Hello and welcome to the
Smart News. Today we have a smart special. Not a lot of still real nonsense, but also real smart.
I want to try and say the tagline every time, just like Charlie.
Yeah, just like
the big hoss,
our mentor.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cnft News. Real news, real nonsense. I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave.
And I'm with Spaces.
And have we got a show for you? Got a couple of great guests today. Actually, 3 great guests today.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some great folks coming up. Ava Ginger. Unsigned Patrick. And AI scholars.
Alex
of AI scholars.
Yeah. This is the first show we've had where we have known everyone. Oh, well, I guess maybe I'm the only one that's known everyone on the show before because y'all didn't meet Alex at the summit.
I was wondering if I was just being rude and didn't remember.
That's
but
right.
To hear that I didn't actually.
You didn't. Yes.
Okay.
That was a very overwhelming weekend of
That's true.
Goodness.
There were a lot of faces.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So I was gonna say this is the first time we've all met the people before, but we've only met most of the people before.
You know, saying that too, Cnft Con is gonna be crazy. Like, especially the fact that like everyone who watches knows what we look like, but like we don't know what.
Right? I know. Yeah.
Celebrities.
We're gonna get so many hugs.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe people will throw bandanas at you, Tyler. They'll be like, "Here's a bandana I made you."
I'm looking forward to it. I've been thinking about our booth. Whatever we end up doing with that, we should have like a VIP area for people with the news passes. You know,
that would be cool.
Put out a plate of cookies. You know,
those are the perks of
news crew only. We could get a water cooler.
You're gonna have to ask really nicely if you want a cookie and you don't have a bread and you don't have.
That would be pretty cool. What if we set up a water cooler and like kind of a what do you call it? Like a table where the food is. What do you call that? Craft services table.
Yeah.
Just kind of like studio background. But like
just a water cooler, like just, and it's like a discussion place.
Yeah, exactly. Like people come and we talk about what's happening. It could be fun.
Yeah.
Depends how much a water cooler costs.
Right? I mean, we could go one of those like 2-gallon things with the little pull-out.
Yeah, true that. At least a little
water cooler. I'm sure we could do that. It'd be a lot of fun, and we could host a Twitter space while standing around it and talking to people. That
would be special. Cool. Oh my god! We saw this amazing episode of the show Community where they all had they had a party with a bunch of people on iPads, and Scott had the idea that like if some people couldn't make it to Cnft Con, we could pass them around on an iPad.
Get a video chat thing up, and just like anyone can kind of join, and that's their face, and we just kind of have them with us, put them in our pocket, whip them out.
We could do it straight from the Discord, and have anyone who wants to join, they could just join the call.
Yeah, because they could just pop on a video there. Yeah.
Got a lot of fun ideas, but we got time. We got time to figure this out.
Yeah.
So we got some good news today. We got some. Of course, this is our second episode where we have a featured sponsor, Cardano.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much to Chris and the Cardano crew for supporting the show, and we've got their advertisements on our webpage now. One of the 2 ads on our webpage is Cardano. Very, very proud of that.
Do we have a second ad?
Huh? We have Bitfins up there still too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, last I checked, it's not supposed to be there.
Where is that? Where is our Cardano lamp?
I've got it ready. We're gonna pull it out when it's time to shill their project. This was a pre-shill.
Okay, this was just a warm-up shill.
We're just appreciating them at this point.
Speaking of warm-up shills, Shillamania, I'm pretty excited about that.
Hey, what up, Cardano Convo?
Hey, Conward.
Checking us out. Thank you very much.
Glad to see you here.
Okay. Well, I guess we should jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got a lot of news to cover, my friends, as usual.
A wild week.
So let's see. First off is Cnft News. All right, CNFT news brought to you by Cardania. Yes, this is a
The
paid
raddest
promotion,
destination in the metaverse.
and we very much
But
appreciate it.
as you know, we always talked about them prior to.
Yeah, all that stuff was not paid. That was just simping.
Yeah,
This is now paid.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got some cool stuff to talk about with Cardania because right now there's a Rad Token Sale happening. It's happening at this very moment.
I can smell the radness in the air.
It smells really rad around here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pop it up here and take a look. Now, anybody can pop in and grab some of this rad. You just have to have an account on Kick. And this part of the sale does not require KYC. Apparently, it was just the earlier part of the sale that did. So as you can see, they've sold 31% of their 250 million Rad tokens that they have available. And there are almost 2 days left, a day and a half, and then another half of a day. A half of a day on top of that is what's left, if that's clear. So Rad tokens are going to be used for lots of different things. You can see they have the link to their white paper right here on the site, and which of course is the Rad paper in this context. But and this is a working copy. They're often updating this thing, but there's a whole part about Rad tokens and their tokenomics and the distribution and what they'll be used for, deflationary mechanisms, ways to get it, utilities, all sorts of stuff. Very cool, very well thought out project, and very excited to check that out. Now, the other big news is that Rad tokens are available on MuesliSwap right now. So another thing that's happening at this moment. So if you don't want to go to Kick to pick up some Rad tokens, you can check them out here on Muesli. So here it is. See, there was a spike back then. Somebody got lucky. They sold a lot. Sold some tokens back there. But that's holding pretty steady. It's just a little bit more expensive on Muesli right now, but that's usually how it goes. So very cool. We love Cardania, and we love them even more because
we were just talking about about Yummy and the Space Squirrels being Valentine's and how Cardania was our new Valentine because they're now our sponsor now. And then we got this on Valentine's Day with amazing stickers. Let me show you this. It's so cool.
This is the lamp. We earned this. This wasn't just given to us because of sponsorships or something. No.
We collected the NFT. Look.
It didn't come with a guitar. It was just a sticker.
Yeah, it came with this guitar. And it matches all the other ones I had on there that were also holographic. Sticker.
So we earned this because we were the first people to make a custom map for marbles for Cardania. This is a Cardania and Summon Pool branded map that we made in the Cardania or in the Marble editor. So we earned ourselves the very first Cardania lamp.
Pretty exciting. I like that my house is being
very honored by that.
More CNFT stuff.
Okay, so that was the shill part. Thank you very much, Cardania.
Oh no, that was the full shill.
And let's move on to the news. Hey, what's up, Sean?
What's up, Sean?
Glad to have you here. All right. So first off, let's talk about Jesus. I know that's what you all came here for, so we're going to get right into it.
I think it's important that we talk about the fact that Jesus has risen. And I'm talking about
Jesus too.
Jesus too.
Right. That's okay.
I was about to give the clarifying statement. So basically, we've all been so excited about this project for a while, and Will was like, I know you're excited about this. You should totally write an article. And I'm so glad I did because I ended up discovering so much more cool stuff about this project. Y'all should totally check out this article. Right now, the first 100 people in the Discord got whitelist status, but the only other people, but the other people that want to get whitelist status are going to do it by, there are going to be opportunities for holding Dead Pixels, Hoppers, Aeon, a few people that they're partnering with in that way, that Jesus 2 is. And it's just a really cool project. It's got so much lore. I mean, this is from the creator of Midnight Gospel and Adventure Time, one of the creators, and
one of the artists, right?
Yeah. But also writer. And it's got so much good writing. If you go to the Bible channel in the Discord, that is my favorite channel because I really like it when people reveal, intimate parts of their process and like what things are inspired by. And Jesse, the artist, does that a lot. And I'm just really excited to. I just know this is going to be an incredible journey and growth oriented, and it's his life story. It's actually his life story that no studios like wanted to do, and NFT community, especially the Cnft community, is the perfect spot. So I am pretty excited.
Yeah.
And he retweeted my article, which made me so happy. And he's going to be coming on the news.
Awesome. Oh, what's up, Valo? Who's with Satan, but Jesus too has really gotten their attention.
Well, yeah. Jesus too is a Satan. He's a nightmare, crazy man.
Yeah, isn't he basically causing a lot of trouble across the galaxy? Yeah, he's
causing a lot of trouble. And Sunday and Monday, two twins that are basically space pirate boys with hippie parents that live on a spaceship. They are gonna go out there and break but everybody's after them like John Wick. They are like John Wick 3. Everybody is
Parabellum
to knock them down.
Yes, Jesus too. Very cool. We love to see these new projects, and especially bringing in people who have such a powerful body of work.
Yeah, and that very powerful.
And a body of work that is accessible to real people. Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean people who aren't all the way in on CNFTs and NFTs and crypto and all that. No, there's a lot more going on. Very cool.
Before we move on to the next story, I have a quick question. Is there anything special? I was just checking out the Cardano. I figured since they're our sponsor, we could talk about it. But the Cardania, is there anything special you need to get them? Because I was just checking it out on Kick.
To get Rad tokens? To get Rad tokens?
I think you need to deposit the ADA onto Kick and then make the purchase, and then you won't be able to withdraw it, I think, until the sale is over. But then you'll be able to pull it out. There was an early sale where you had to have a bunch of Kick staked, and it was a little cheaper. But that is over now. It's onto the public sale now.
Interesting.
It's very cool. And funny you should bring up Cardania, because our next story is about Cardania.
Great segue.
Wild. So we're talking about resources here. Each Cardania terraform, which is their kind of metaversal land drop / game resource. It's kind of like the mana in Magic, right? Except if a mana card also had a bunch of other resources, it wasn't just the the island or whatever. So each Cardania terraform is imbued with a unique set of resources. These resources will be useful on chain and tradable with your friends.
Oh yeah.
So at the current ideation stage right now is that you will be able to claim these resources when you'll want. There'll be some sort of database or way that it tracks the buildup of these resources, and then you'll be able to pull them down when it's time. I wanted to show you a couple of these because the artwork is pretty cool. Check it out. Get a little piece of now I'm not sure what it is.
Guys, I have to ask y'all something in the live chat. I just gave our cat Jackin flea medicine, and you're really supposed to wait a few hours before you let them outside again, but he's screaming, so does that mean I should let him outside? Vote yes or no. Yes, outside.
Vote.
No inside.
So check it out. Grasslands will produce greens. It's not just meat.
Blitz!
What's up, Blitz Effects?
We miss you.
All right.
So good to see you.
Okay, so a little bit about Cardania. Keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be a lot of fun. Right now, Cardania is kind of lying low as they need to recharge those batteries. So we're hearing 2 no's and 1 yeses and 1 meow. So it's tough to add those together.
I'll probably do it after an hour and a half or something. It's been about.
We'll see. We'll see if he gets really mad.
An hour. Yeah.
Okay, so this is pretty interesting. The Discord cheat sheet. Now, this is a tweet put out by D33J4Y.eth. Now, it is .eth, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm kidding. It's fine. This is just
it's great.
Just an organization system that this person has put together
to
set up their stuff. I have something similar to this. It's not nearly as sophisticated. So the top grouping is all the Discord servers that they hold.
Mm-hmm.
The middle one is smaller holdings, and then orange is for white lists that they're on. Purple's for projects to watch. Pink is Discord's just for emojis.
That's a very legit.
I've got a couple of those.
We definitely all have those.
And the last one is miscellaneous. So you can organize your Discords. It is possible, although it does take constant care.
I mean, I just don't see the point, honestly, because I just end up having to
search it.
Yeah. I mean, I just go to these. Certain ones are calling to me at different times. I mean, there's some that I go to all the time, but that is not that many that I'm always going to.
I got like my one folder with my mains, and then everything's just below it.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I've got 3 folders. Okay, one's the mains. The second one is the secondaries. And I don't know what's in the third.
It's a grab bag.
And then I have the news at the very top. It's not even in a folder. Okay, the news Discord, that gets its own slot.
Oh, Blitz, I'm so glad you're feeling better. That sucks. I'm glad that you're back, baby.
Oh, see, Valo likes to hear him in the background.
Aw, yeah, he does have a beautiful trill.
He's gone. He's fine. If he really cared, he'd still be here, right?
He'd still be here screaming. He's lucky he even gets to go outside.
I know. True. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, the NFT maker Filecoin.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Interesting.
NFT Maker has been storing their files on the Filecoin source since August of last year. They stored over 500,000 NFTs with Filecoin. NFT Maker also plans to run their own Filecoin nodes to centralize the files as much as possible, and they will also be running their own IPFS nodes, so not only to rely on IPFS services like Pinata. This is huge. This and the next story is huge for decentralizing the distribution of where all these files are being saved.
Great.
But yeah, this is so cool because I always wondered about that because like we do all of our CNFT news things through NFT Maker.
Cool.
And I mean, I have them all saved in files, but I don't re-upload them to like Pinata and stuff like that I do with my own. But the fact that they're on Filecoin should mean that they'll always be around because they're probably there and IPFS. I think.
So that means if something happened with one,
there's like a backup.
Yeah, that is really
smart.
True. Yeah.
Plus, we have all the files, on our personal devices. So if anything really went crazy, we will be.
You know what? I think people are going to start moving more into really. Like, I think I want to get like 2 hard drives for myself just to have like a backup and then a backup of that backup. I mean, I'm serious because like NFT should be forever and like one little fuck up with one little mess up with IPFS or whatever. And they're all.
Now, do you save your stuff to the cloud? Do you have your files?
I have my files. So I've lost so many files throughout the years. I have files going to the cloud. I have files going to this. I have files going everywhere, just like triple backup. Just because like I'm terrified of like
well, when you've had near misses like that where or where you've lost really important things, you're like, okay, that's good for teaching you a legit lesson.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll probably like overkill a bit, but
that's okay. You can. I mean, this is our life.
And of course the NFT maker stake pool is live.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. We'll have to.
So they're treating delegators as members of their community, whatever that means.
Wait, where did you say that?
Oh, actually, it does. This tweet. Let me pop this up. There's actually more here.
I also thought we should just like quickly look at the Stella card at some point.
Oh yeah, we do.
Right. Maybe before the next segment.
Yeah. We'll just go through it quick.
Staking the NFT maker or NMaker stake pool will bring members unique benefits, including lower exchange fees when trading CNFTs on the NFT maker marketplace. That's cool. Lower minting fees through NFT Maker Pro, exclusive CNFT airdrops, and regular token distribution.
Damn!
I'd like to stake.
The awards is in 2 days.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Come right up.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Totally.
So lots of different stuff going on with this stake pool. Looks like they charge higher fees. I'll be very interested to follow the development of this pool.
Mm-hmm.
Stake pools are stepping up their game recently, like really hard.
it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of focus on what's
Yeah.
happening with stake pools, so it's like
I think it was that whole conversation before people talking about like, because I mean, at the end of the day, stake pool is a business. Like, you do have to offer something
mhm.
towards your people that other stake pools aren't offering them, which leads us into our next story, which I'm very excited to talk about.
Here we go.
Ooh.
So Smog Pool recently did a little update to their delegation pool. So now you can obviously you earn rewards and stuff for staking with them. But as the stake pool attracts more delegators, Smog found a way to differentiate himself from the other pools. So now every Smog delegate who is staked with IPFS NFTs in their wallet will have that IPFS data backed up again through the Smog pool.
Oh, great.
So it's like we were saying before, like if anything happens to IPFS or whatever, and you have like your NFTs, they'd be backed up in Smog Pool. And I'll tell you this, I've never moved stake pools so fast in my life. As soon as he announced this, like I have different wallets to different pools, but like my never sell wallet like went straight here as soon as like.
So, okay. Question. Does this mean NFTs in a wallet that is staked to Smog?
Yep, and every NFT I think there's a cap per media file if it's like over 100 megabytes,
Right.
which is pretty
So
high.
the with spaces coin is right.
Yeah, the with spaces coin is not that with Smog. But everything else pretty much should be. I'm not sure what else wouldn't be.
Normal things are until we start getting these full-length movies and stuff minted to the chain.
True that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I mean, it could always change in the future too. Like, I'm sure if people ask for it, but I think this is like I think this is probably the coolest thing any stake pool in the CNFT space can offer, because like,
I mean,
you don't want your NFTs to disappear.
No,
I mean, not that it happens, but like,
it could.
It's one of the biggest things people have beef with. Like, it's one of the things people say like.
True.
Against it.
Well, that's something that we should speak on, because Sean here has a misconception. He said that he thought NFTs were like ADA and just lived on the blockchain. Now, Sean, some of them do, and that's actually why some NFTs are saying like, "Ooh, fully on chain," blah blah blah, which is really good stuff, because that is on the chain. It's literally the code to display it is on the chain. And it will never go as long as the chain exists. But
where the
otherwise, it's really just a link to a picture
representation
or something like that.
Right.
Which
I can
is
show it real quick. Like a nice way to
great.
Visualize it.
Very nice.
With the metadata.
All right, we're gonna pop up your screen. Let me know when you're good.
Let me just pull up.
Oh yeah, I wonder how the audience is doing.
How is the audience doing? Are you guys there? Okay, I'm glad.
I think we're gonna have to bring in a new crop of audience members sometime soon to, because these they're sort of predictable sometimes. Like, I know how they're gonna act. I'm gonna get some wild card
seem
audience
happy
members.
about that.
Well, I'm just I'm being real. I'm sorry if they can't handle that.
You can pull up. You can pull up my screen real quick.
Here we go. Let me put us on the side
we got
here.
Bliss in the
yeah, what's up? Nice.
So this is
a dog egg, in case y'all are wondering.
So this is an NFT that is the image or the GIF is saved off chain on IPFS, so it's not an on-chain NFT. And I know the easiest way I usually could tell if it is or not, on Pool PM, if you click the minted date, it'll bring up this test NFT side thing. And most NFTs that aren't on chain, that are linked separately, you'll see an IPFS :/ and then this long string of characters, which is a CID. And that basically points to where this GIF is saved on IPFS, which is Interplanetary File System. It's just like a decentralized file system, compared to a Stellarhood, which is on chain. And if you click this, Now, none of this makes any sense to me, at least. But
somehow the computer knows
Yep.
how to turn that into something,
that we
reasonable.
understand.
Yeah.
So as long as Cardano is still running, this data will still run. I mean, this
It's
NFT.
probably the very bottom. What's at the bottom of this thing?
I'm pretty sure. So I think this one is the thumbnail, and then this top one is the main. I'm pretty
There's
sure.
literally no IPFS link within this metadata.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's a way to find out.
Yeah, interesting.
Now, a question from Nations Ada: can IPFSs exist on chain in the future? Well, the issue is that there's only a very certain, there's a very limited size, just a few kilobytes even, for things that can exist on chain. So any image of any reasonable quality will never be able to fit on the blockchain, or at least as things stand and as they're looking.
I can't believe that Stellar Hood could be on there.
Yes, that's why we got into that project.
Yeah, and that's why.
What is happening?
Yeah. We should stress too that images disappearing from IPFS really isn't common.
Yeah, it's not something to be risky
because it is decentralized. It's not an entity that
it's not like we're doing it with Walmart or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like on like AWS, like Amazon servers or anything. Like it's all distributed, and I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know you can. I don't know how, but like you can run your own IPFS node too to help out the network.
Run your own Cardano node, run your own IPFS node. Get it. Okay, so Valo says, you're still streaming on both channels. Yes, Valo, we are.
On Thursdays.
On Thursdays, we're doing both channels.
And we will be for
probably forever. And on Mondays, we are just doing our new channel. And so if you guys want to watch it on the new channel, that could be helpful. Or if you want to like and subscribe,
because we're almost at 100, and then we'll be able to have a vanity.
Yeah, I think we're at 80 subscribers now on the other channel. Pretty good.
I mean, maybe once we get to 100, we could go exclusive there. I don't know. That's for a meeting, I guess.
Maybe.
I know they have a lot of people here, but it would be nice to have all of our commenters in the same.
It would be nice. We could do giveaways only on one channel or something somehow.
True. Yeah, we'll have to look into it more.
We got some ideas. All right, well, let's get back to the news because we have a few things to get through. We actually have a lot to get through.
All right, my God. It's okay. We'll get
we're screwing around.
We're just going to do Stella app later in the show.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it after. We got guests waiting in the wings here. We got to get to it.
I'll summarize a bit with this.
All right, so we're going to pop up a little bit of Clay Nation.
Oh, yeah, baby. We got that clay paper part 2 coming. I know everybody's excited about that. And I will definitely be listening. I will definitely be checking out this bi-weekly AMA that is coming up on the 21st. I think that's a Monday. I think so. So Clay Nation holders will be able to download their matching full-body 3D game-ready unique avatar for free. They will be fully compatible with augmented reality and VR functionality. Cheers to that. I loved hanging out with my equine in the world. Tyler's Robo Equine on his bed was so amazing. Oh my God. Development of Clay Nation and Good Charlotte avatars will commence after completion of all the original series. Very cool. After successful delivery of Clay Nation 3D avatars, pitches in Clay Nation will go on sale. I wonder if that's the tents. I think so. Approximately 30. It's a British thing. It's a British thing for sure.
It's tents, forest lodges, or tree houses.
Cool. Yeah, tree houses. Approximately 30% of total pitches will be reserved for Clay Nation and Good Charlotte holders for a limited time. The pitches will vary in size, shape, and distribution of at least 3 varieties: tent, forest lodge, and tree house. The varieties will be indicative of land size as well as default customizable accommodation asset packs. Clay will be the main utility token of Clay Nation, and token holders can exercise voting rights in key decisions of the Clay ecosystem. The expected delivery of these tokens is May 2022. There will be 2 billion 500,000.
500 million.
2,500,000,000 Clay tokens will be minted. And part 2 of Clay Buds will be dropped on March 23rd. Damn, a lot is happening.
Part 2 of Clay Buds. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're all-
Holding on to my first clay buds.
Part 1
Yeah.
holders will have guaranteed access to buy a Part 2 clay bud on a 1-to-1
Well,
basis.
well.
Any unclaimed NFTs, along with the additional NFTs, will go on sale the following day using a raffle. Claymates are also partnering with Ism Toys, an upcoming venture that makes custom one-of-one toys and models for artists and NFTs. They'll be creating their first Cardano portal, especially for Clay Nation and Clay Nation Good Charlotte, where holders can connect their wallet and purchase a custom-made, hand-painted model of their NFT. Wow.
Nuts.
Very cool.
All right. Wow. Clay is just constantly blowing
Marching through-
minds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what up, Moniker, who is watching from the gym?
Oh, live show for the first time.
Don't skip leg day.
I'm glad you're present.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't want to be all beefed up, but then have just sticks down there. You need to,
I need to work on it too.
full body workout. Okay, Moniker, remember that. Okay, so Artifact Testnet is live.
Yes,
That's
it
cool.
is.
Tyler had a
Been hearing
really
about that.
funny joke about
Oh my god.
Ada Testnet.
I can't wait to hear it.
it.
Break it out,
I
Tyler.
forgot I said that. No, I love the testnet stuff because I just feel like a millionaire. So you just throw ADA around like
Make
you're
it
a
ring
millionaire.
that
And you're
ADA.
doing like the same thing you would like if it was a non-testnet. So it just feels like you're rich.
So what's the difference? It might as well be real.
True, yeah. Just ta-da.
Oh,
Testnet.
exactly.
That was it.
Ta-da.
That was the joke. I love it.
Because T Ada
Yeah.
test Ada is
Damn.
what how it's listed.
Oh, that is really funny.
It's funny enough.
Yeah.
It's part of our show now
That's right.
when we're talking about test nets. Ta-da.
Ta-da. It's
But
a very
yeah,
pretty
they-
marketplace, though.
yeah,
Let
it
me
is very
pop this
pretty.
up.
Yeah, it is.
It's the testnet marketplace. You can go on now to just play around with it with the testnet wallet. I'm pretty sure all the pieces are just being bought and sold on the testnet from people.
Oh, look,
Pretty
look,
cool.
those. I love looking through those. Yeah,
I'd like to buy
like
one
a
of these
negative.
I love
$25,000
perspective stuff.
25,000
Oh, wow.
ADA things because I will never be able to do that in real life. But ta-da! Am I right?
Right.
Exactly.
I bought it.
Oh, see, this person bought it for 500 ADA and they're trying to flip it for 25,000. Even for test ADA, that's greedy.
Conceptually greedy.
But yeah, I think the only other thing is if you do find a bug and you report it to them, I think you're entered in a chance to win. I believe an artifact plot. Was that this project? I'm pretty sure. It's not written in our thing, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Okay, so we're looking at
We'll say it is.
what's next.
Yeah.
Dead.
Ah, yes, the Dead Pixel update for their marketplace. This is really cool. I'm very excited to show this off. So the Pixel Explorer, of course, was just updated yesterday to version 3. So they, of course, now support more than just Nami. Gone are the days when Dead Pixel forced you to use Nami. It's over. Now CC Vault and Flint Wallet are involved, and that's very cool.
Cool.
Lots of
To cut off, Dead Pixel was the first one to make us use Nami.
Oh,
First-
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah,
got
right.
Nami.
Yeah,
Before
same
that, I
here,
would not
yeah.
have done that nearly as early as I did.
That's
Mhm.
funny how common it became. That's one smart
Absolutely.
contracts.
Real quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a
CC
look at
Vault
this.
too, really. Shit.
Yeah.
Because everybody saw how much easier it was.
So now I can't figure out how to get that snipe thing up at the top.
It's really nice to have two, like to have Nami
Right.
and CC Vault, like two quick options if one thing isn't working. It's like
Yeah.
really good.
So this is a new interface. Looks a little bit different. You can now sort a lot more easily by price and by bids and dates and all sorts of good stuff
Top
like
on.
that. The floor for Dead Pixels is 2,300 right now.
It
Pretty
hasn't
good.
budged. It's not gonna work.
No,
It hasn't
it-
budged
it's
in like 2 weeks.
It got up to 22, sat there for a couple days, and now it's pushed up a little bit further after this dropped. And you can now favorite things as well, and you can list the ones that you have favorited.
That is so cool.
So if I were to click on one of
He
these,
said they did a lot of quality of life improvements. I just love
Right.
that he's always
Oh, no, I
thinking
think I have
about
to do it
what
from
the
back here.
people are the experience of the people that are using.
Here we go. So you can
as
favorite
well.
one there. Very cool. Listed by that. The pink sheet is really cool. Also, it shows you your whole wallet and what's in it and the value of your wallet based on the floor price of those pixels.
Oh, really?
Which is pretty cool. And I really wanted to show, though, and on the tweet, you can see there's this bar at the top, and I haven't been able to get that to show up. You get what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
like where is that recent sales?
It's like good deals or something. The pixel snipe feed. And you can see in the picture here at the top, this is where it would be. But for whatever reason, I haven't been able to find that. But it's probably going to be there at some point. Really cool, though. I mean, it shows you the different things that below the other floor prices, gives you an idea of what the deals are. I mean, he's doing a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm very impressed.
I saw Alessandro was like, "Damn, dude, you need to quit doing all this cool shit."
Yeah, too productive.
Yeah.
Too productive. Okay, we're almost through this, and apologies to y'all backstage. We're getting
Yes, we're very excited to talk to you.
Here we go. So we got some merch out there.
Yeah. Pretty exciting. This is just a quick thing. That's awesome. The fact that you can get merch for Yummy now at hungrynaru.com. And you can click the new in button and see all of the beautiful merch. We've had a lot of merch talk. I'm so glad it's all popping up. And I am prioritizing getting our merch tier done for Patreon because I want to get in on this merch madness. We got to have some Cnft hoodies out and about.
Ooh, the hoodies are sold out here.
Yeah.
So get them while you can. Of course, the shipping will be very expensive. They warn, because this is international, and that's just a reality that we're all going to have to lean back and accept.
Yeah, totally.
Because shipping is going to be tough, but we still want it to happen.
Sending the tie-dye shirts with NFT link, it was expensive. Like especially if you want to do priority and make sure it gets wherever it's getting, because it sucks even worse to have it get lost than to pay more. So
I found out that quick with the portfolios.
Exactly.
It leads into it, but there you go. So I just posted a link to our YouTube channel. It's called Cnft News, but we can't get a cool vanity URL with YouTube until we hit 100 subscribers. So please help us get there.
We are 19 away.
This is an ugly link. UCBBOWBOZOs.
What does that mean?
Come on, it's too much. But we're at 81 subscribers, so we're almost there. All right, one more, and then we get our special guests.
Very nice.
PlayerMint smart contracts. So PlayerMint, which you may remember from the Minecraft server that I'm constantly showing off and may show off again today. And I'm sure they're also doing other things, PlayerMint, but
to immerse in one.
No, but they just recently said that all of the PlayerMint smart contracts have been successfully deployed and tested on chain. So that means the next step is getting help running live data through smart contracts and play testing, and they are moving forward. The groundwork is being laid for their earning. Basically, PlayerMint is going to pay out their token, PMX, and this will be paid out to people who are playing video games well. It's based on your stats.
And you can sponsor someone to play.
Yeah, and they're starting with Fortnite. So anyone who plays Fortnite and is into cryptocurrency, this is a project to absolutely
get in that PlayerMint Discord.
Yeah, because you could get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting. All right.
Cool.
Let's go to our special guests. Now,
the cool Smarties.
This is even more special because Ava, who is just backstage.
Eva,
who is just backstage.
I'm pretty certain.
Is one of our correspondents, one of our news correspondents.
Yeah.
Now, we have not had any
the first
stories.
Female correspondent.
That's true.
Yeah, because she is going to be what she is doing is writing her thesis about blockchain, and we are all on this journey with her, and we're going to get updates every once in a while about what is happening with bringing this to academia. Mm-hmm. And I think she's at Oxford, very fancy.
Well, we're going to find out a lot about her.
I think it's even more than just blockchain too. I think it's specifically with art on the blockchain, which is
yeah, art on the blockchain. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
so cool.
Love it.
Exactly.
Well,
And we have Patrick, who is so good. Oh man, what's it called? Visualizations, something visualizations. But they're working together about that as a use case, and so we're going to talk to both of them. It's going to be awesome.
all right. Without any more ado, we have a special report from Ada Ginger. Hey,
Welcome. guys.
welcome. Let me pop you guys up top. There we go. All right. Backward
We're here.
hacking.
Cool as hell with these backward hats.
Yeah,
We're here for real smart nonsense, and we bring a
Yeah.
lot more nonsense.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. You know, it's hard to generate the amount of nonsense that this show requires just with us. So it's good when the guests bring some of their own. Very helpful.
Well,
100%.
Ava's the smart one. I'm the nonsense.
Okay.
I wouldn't totally agree to that, but okay.
So I'm about to ask the hard questions. Eva or Ava?
Yeah, we're ambushing you.
Hold on. Let me take it. It's Afa.
It's
Yeah.
Ava.
Yeah,
Ava.
Eva with a strong B.
Ava.
It's like-
I was so
this is the right
I would-
word.
I was so
than you
stubbornly
were.
stupid. I thought I had asked this, and I was like, no. Of course,
Ava.
I would be the one.
Ava.
I said
Yeah.
Reiko for the longest time.
Yeah, you know, names.
Well, it's hard to think of the text.
We got all the letters correct, though, when we
Yeah.
were saying the name.
That's
so
right.
That's close.
That's right.
I mean, I've seen people writing my name with an F, so you're doing great.
Okay, good. Halfway there.
All right, cool. Well, welcome, guys. You know, this is really cool. Patrick, so good to have you on the show. Ava, so good to have you back.
And now with a different background, Patrick, I love it.
I'm not at home. I am visiting some of my wife's family in Florida, so I'm in a new
Oh, you're
spot.
pretty
So
close.
I traveled just for this interview. I leave right after this.
Yeah.
Just for this background. We love to get new
Yeah,
locales.
awesome. Cool. So,
Yeah, I'm a special correspondent of Ipfs. So I'm into double
you're
correspondent.
a correspondent. That makes sense.
Very nice.
I know that as well.
You are. I mean, we kind of all are. Yeah.
So,
Ava, cue my intro. You made it. You wouldn't just like that, right?
Yeah.
you ready with that?
She's
No.
got it.
So I understand you have a special report for us.
I mean, I think we will talk about.
Kind of. Just talking.
I texted Patrick before, hey, I'm so involved with my uni stuff at home, and we will have to improvise a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
But I think we will talk about non-fungible visualizations.
There it was.
Talk what Patrick introduced the last time, because that's actually also a part that I'm writing about in the thesis. So I think that's
Yeah, and
good plan.
I'd say we even expand it to what we'll call just programmable art, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it sort of fits under this broader idea of what is programmable art, what does that mean? And it's sort of built off this idea of, you know, programmable money, right? And we're seeing literally what is happening live with that today. And then the question is, what does programmable art mean? And non-fungible visualizations is one sort of approach to that.
Mm-hmm. Damn, it's just kind of crazy that this is all, it's like a portal that's all opening up right now. It's something that people probably never even thought of. So people are probably like, what is the reactions that you get from people? Are they just like confused? Or like, what happens?
I mean, I feel like the normal reaction is like it takes some time until people realize, and then they realize how cool it is and like what the actual possibilities are, what you can do with it. Because like I mean, Patrick and I are working on this programmable art stuff, and like I'm more the one who's looking at the theory behind like more the art side, just because of my studies and so on. And you, Patrick, you're more doing like the data stuff and that kind of thing. And like this already shows they're not two different approaches, but it just shows that like there are different parts involved. Like there's the data part and there is the artistic part. Like what does it mean that you can kind of show the aesthetics of data? Like for example, what happens if you, I don't know. I mean, you can turn anything into a visual expression if you have, I don't know. Let's let's talk about like something dynamic, like weather or so. What about, or what if you have like this weather data and you translate that into a numerical code or you color code it, and then like when it's rainy outside, then you have like, I mean, a very simple thing is just blue something, and I mean the possibilities are endless what you can do with that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, something that is like good for Aoife and I is that so she has gone much further in the art history studies, but in college I studied art history, and so we originally connected on this idea of a lot of these concepts and things that were happening and have been happening for hundreds, if not thousands of years in the sort of Western cultural civilization, and then it's sort of extending, and what we started talking and realized a bit like how much of the same topics or the same ideas or the same concepts are being discussed, but now we have a new medium and a new platform that's sort of blockchain-based art. And I think programmable art's a little easier to say and understand. But I think it opens up a new canvas, so to speak, and that's what we've really been exploring. And we're not the only ones exploring it either. We just have a specific kind of use case that we're really diving down. But if you've seen those epoch clocks, right? That's sort of from the Cafe where I was there last time, and we just released the off-chain one. And if you want, I mean, I can definitely show a little bit about that and talk a little about the structure.
Yeah.
And then Aoife, you can, I mean, kind of tie this together a little bit. Can I share screen, by the way?
Yeah, you totally can.
Okay. So
it blows my mind that y'all have this art history background and can kind of maybe see where things are repeating themselves. That sounds so cool.
Actually, Aoife, why don't I pull this up? Why don't you talk about what you were originally going to go to school for, right? And study. I think it's really cool. Like
everything makes sense. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, when applying to university, you normally or master classes, you have to submit like a proposal what you intend to write about and work on. And initially, I was interested in Paragone, which is it was a movement in Renaissance Italy. Where like it was kind of the competition between different genres or different media. Like, what is better? What are the advantages of painting compared to architecture or sculpture? And like, I was always very fascinated by the medium of art and like how they relate to each other and what are the messages that are like discussed.
Inherent in it.
Yes. So then I got involved into crypto and NFTs, and then I just kind of shifted that. And now I'm looking at the medium for NFTs, which is the blockchain, which is for me super interesting because, like, my take is even though if you have a canvas or like I don't know, sculpture or whatever you're looking at, like the topics are very often very similar, and it's just the way how something is expressed is different.
Totally.
Yeah, on that note, I was just talking actually to Cardano bits earlier today about like how artists aren't like there is like a competition between like the traditional art and like with NFTs now. I'm curious to know how people in like academia are responding to like this. Like, are they open to it, or are they like more close-minded about it, or like?
I mean, there's so much like going on in media, and a lot of that is just like this. Oh my God, another 10K million whatever project that like raised this and that much money, and there's some hesitation towards it. But I feel like, or as soon as people start realizing what are the possibilities, like it's a whole different story. And
sometimes the most popular stuff is kind of the most basic stuff.
Yeah, exactly, right? And gives people a wrong idea about everything that it represents. And
yes, exactly. And I mean, it just we had this discussion already so often, and I'm very impatient sometimes, and I'm just waiting until people start realizing, hey, it's not just like all these images. There can be much more, and like also the beauty of a PFP project, like what kind of community sense they can create, and like, things, and that's pretty cool.
It's
So
totally
yeah, so-
gonna hit a point where people realize it. You know,
Oh yeah, it'll tip at some
Yeah.
point,
yeah.
sometime.
Well, I think just to build off of
Oh.
like Aoife's like that idea of Paragone, right? This idea of what medium's the best. I think what's interesting. Okay, my son has to go to the bathroom, just so you know.
Yeah, tell
no
him.
problem. What's interesting about that is like what's happening right now is even current digital artists or photographers or whatever are going to start saying, well, what is the best medium for my art, right? And what is it that is special around blockchain, any blockchain, but Cardano, is the only one you should be using, just FYI. But what is special around that? And what we're seeing, and the first thing was this idea of the off-chain NFT. There you see it. There it goes. With this idea of, well, you talked about before of off-chain stuff, and that the idea you'd have a digital deed in the NFT and it points to something on IPFS. Huge deal, though, right? This idea that I can prove ownership of a digital piece of art, big jump, right? But it didn't really change the medium, right? It was just like, hey, link's over there, but it gives you a lot of benefits and things like that. But the next one is like, what happens if you're doing it all on chain, or what happens when you start thinking about other ways to use all these components in a new way? And that's really what we're just beginning to do, right? And I think what we can do is that's what we're just starting to explore. And a lot of this NFV programmable art stuff came out of this, like, I don't know, this conversation around, can an NFT have, art and beauty? Right? Can it be, utility? And everyone wants utility, so they're kind of adding stuff onto it. But like, hold on, my son.
Get that vacation energy.
Yeah,
totally.
dude. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how, like, we all have the same human experience, and when in so many ways, and then when we're expressing ourselves like that, it's called Paragone. Okay, yes, I'm gonna look into that again. Yeah, it's like it takes different forms, but a lot of times that urge is the same. It's
and then the question is like, blockchain as a medium now gives us the ability to say, is that a better way to express my idea? And so I'll give a simple example, and then I'll kind of show these clocks and just kind of talk through it. And then if you can kind of add in the research from what you're talking about. There you go. That's right. Marshall McLuhan, the medium is the message. Exactly. But what's cool is, like, every time we learn something new, we get a little better way to describe it. So like in physics or something, once we got to relativity or something, like that gave us a new lens to look through. And so now we have blockchain native art, and that gives us a new way to think about art. And so we started putting digital deeds, awesome. And then folks started putting stuff on chain. And I'll show a quick example of what's on chain versus off chain to your earlier comment, actually, to show the difference because of the size of what it may look like. But then it starts saying, okay, well, then we started talking about it. We said, well, what happens if we took data and then we, put a visualization on it, and then we kind of let artists that create it, and then we let other artists create their version of the visualization of that data. And then you kind of compete on that sense, right? So for example, the epoch clock is super simple. It looks at your system time and it says, hey, how long till the end of the epoch? And then it kind of calculates it based on where you are in the world to make sure it's all correct and everybody's sort of on the same sort of timer. But what we're showing is we have two different versions, an on-chain and off-chain version. And then other people are saying, hey, I want to make a clock, do something a little differently. And that speaks to you, right? Maybe in your audience, and maybe you want to see an NFT clock, and maybe you don't. So this version that you got pulled up there is the off-chain clock, right? So that off-chain clock has a lot more detail and has a lot more. You'll see, it like rotates, it resizes. Because we had all the space on IPFS, we could do a lot more of the quality of life things, a lot more kind of detailed, make it look more aesthetically pleasing, whatever it may be.
I love the sun and moon. Yes, it's so good.
Yeah, and so this was actually based off of the Bern, Switzerland clock tower. Ipfs, maybe, I don't know if you're from Bern specifically, but back home. And if you go to the off-chain one, on-chain one, it's the same look and the feel, but it is a lot less detail. Because all of that data is on-chain. You only have 16 kilobytes to have the images, the code.
16.
Yeah. So now what we're doing is saying, okay, well, now we've got the structure. Well, what if we have different data sources? What if we have different ways to visualize the data? And like that leads to a whole new kind of way to program art. And I'll wrap up with one thing and turn it back over to Aoife, which is like a lot of conceptual art over the past 50, 60 years has been trying to like make a social, I'll call it statement, right? Whether it's about climate change or injustice or pick your thing. And what's cool is like, it was like a single piece of art and it captured that moment and that feeling. But like, what happens if we tie the data around, let's just call it war or something, to a piece of art, and you see it change over time, right? You see it adjust, you see things happen. Or maybe something that we're actually working on right now.
Wow.
What happens if we start showing an NFT that looks at the stake pool you're on, and it says it changes depending on if you're with a multi-pool or a single pool, or if you're not staking at all, right? So we can start sort of having this art that like looks at concepts and looks at ideas that you want to talk about, but it's programmable in the sense that you can make it update and change over time based on the context. And that's what we're exploring. We have no idea how well it's going to go, and there's some technical things to work through, but that's the gist of it. But Aoife, I don't know what you're going to add to it, but I want to give make it sort of contextual.
You can convey so much more. Like, I mean, just being able to, because it's so easy to be detached from something like war and not actually think about it as it actually is. But if you can see the changes happening and you can see the human element, then the data isn't just numbers on a page. It touches your humanity, which we really need in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly one of the main points. Like, also dealing with something like crypto or blockchain is it's kind of weird. And like, funny enough, I'm writing an essay about space right now and about virtual space, and it's just like it is always like this act of alienation. Like, you're dealing with something that is kind of you interact with it, but it's not real. But then at the same time, what does it mean? It is not real. Like, just different than like different than having a physical piece of art, or like what you say. It's also very complicated. Or it might be very complicated to look at some tables and numbers, and like there's just. Everything is about like making it more accessible, and like because I feel like having a visual or visualization or some sort of visual trigger makes it, as you say, it makes it more human. And
well, and Aoife, I was really when we were talking about the wording, and it was like visualization. She was like, I don't know, visualization. She was like, it was like, it just kind of feels really constraining. And I was like, no, we're trying to expand it. Like, that's the point, right? Like right now, when you say that, it's very like charts and graphs and like bar charts and things. Like, but look, what's cool about that is that accessibility that Aoife is talking about. What's really fun about that is like if by using an NFT and making it an NFV is saying, hey, you creators can tell the story of that data to your audience, right? So super simple example is in the Western culture, green is good, red is bad. A lot of Eastern cultures and China specifically, red is good. I don't know if green's bad, but like, so even just contextual like that of being able to say, well, I'm going to make the same thing but for a different audience, but it could get really niche, it could get really wide, or you may want to try and tell that story in a different way. It doesn't have to be kind of like this charts and graphs either, or clocks. It could be a metaphor, right? It could be a landscape, it could be a whatever it may be. And that's the part that gets exciting, is like the humanity comes back because we're getting creativity and beauty back and tying it to data. And data is just a new, I think I'm stealing this from Alexander from Unsigned. Yeah. Data is just a new kind of, component is the word I'll use, but to kind of visualize an art.
It's so cool that you were just talking about, relativity earlier, and like, because Einstein is like goals for me, thinking about blockchain, because he just had such a sense of humanity and such a scientific mind. And like, it's really interesting because I think it's important that we try to always look outside the normal lines in life. And that's what's happening now with blockchain, the normal lines are being expanded, like you're saying, and we're going to be able to see even more. As it gets expanded, we can see outside the lines in a way we would never have thought we could 10 years ago, because it keeps like doing that path more and more.
So the reason that we picked the Bern, Switzerland clock tower for the representation was because that's I have no idea how true it is, but sort of inspiration for relativity for Einstein. And we wanted to tie together relativity to blockchain, specifically Cardano, not programmable art, but to blockchain for that exact same reason. What does synchronicity do to social kind of changes and the big impact it has? And relative synchronicity, we'll call it for Einstein. And for us, it's like, it's actual synchronicity of, a global ecosystem and all the stuff we can do off that. That was exactly why those two are linked together for that reason.
Amazing.
Super cool. Wow.
That's
some exciting stuff, man.
And I mean, another conversation we had that was, like, for me, kind of very important. I mean, I don't know how it was for you, Patrick, but like people keep on asking, hey, what do you want to do when studying art history? Like, what? Yeah, okay, why is it relevant? Like, it is really, it goes very deep, or for me, it goes very deep, and like also becomes, it definitely is philosophical and existential. Why do we have something as art? And like, it is like something so basic, fundamentally human, that we have, apparently people have this urge of expressing themselves and translating that into a visual expression, whatever it might be. And choosing a medium for that is at the same time, as I said, like the medium is the message as well. It's just like so a very strong thing. And like this is why I also think that NFTs are very political at the same time, like, because like everything is changing, and like the audience is changing. Like people are not acting against each other, but rather they start having a global audience, and they start interacting they are interacting with a lot more people. And like, I just feel like it's something that is highly relevant, or it has become even more relevant right now with like this technical support that kind of gives this trust and possibilities and a whole lot of options.
Actually feeling the potential, actually feeling the air being thick with potential instead of, thick with dead ideas that aren't happening at all. It's a step change.
I mean, a lot of the what we're doing is because I have plenty of awesome NFTs in that traditional sense, but it's like, yeah, but we got this whole new thing. Like, what are we gonna do? It's like it's got to be something, something to it. And then that spectrum is what's going to be fun. Really quick, only because I saw a few folks, Moonfly and Dabby. Shout out to them for saying hey.
Oh yeah.
I met them. I met them in person. They are two wonderful people. Moonfly made some amazing Chinese food.
She's a very good cook from the picture.
Exactly. So anyway, I saw Dabby say hello. I wanted to make sure I responded.
Awesome.
Yeah. Dude, big shout out to everyone in chat. It's been very active, y'all. Does anyone have any questions for our fine guests up here? We do have a few minutes left in the segment. I'd love to get some audience thoughts into the mix. And Patrick, were you going to share your screen? Did you want to share something?
Well, what I'll do, I was so we already saw the off-chain clock, which is the most recent one.
Right. That's ours.
Get out there and
we pulled that
42 ADA, right?
42.
So that one's 42 ADA, and this, as you can tell now, if you can see that,
yes,
same style, right? So like same look, same feel, but when because originally, just for a little background, that the off-chain clock was the original clock. That was the design.
Right.
And then it was like, hey, let's put this on chain. I was like, well, that's cool. We only have 16 kilobytes.
But,
so
let's zoom in.
It's either going to be pixel art or we're going to have to make it simpler.
Yeah,
exactly. So we had to cut out a ton of the color, the detail, whatever it is. But to that great point here, you see all this sort of the coding and everything else over here, right?
There it is.
So
beautiful blocks.
So wait. What what the hell are we looking at? What is all that code?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never done this.
You know that language.
So this is I'm going to go a little further than I should because but I will tell you what it is it's basically a way to compress it in what's called base 64. But if you actually could translate that, what it is the image files, as well as the JavaScript that's used to calculate the rotation and to load the screen, right? Now, the reason we did that, we had to start with something that was simple, something that was accessible, and system time is a data source that's on your local computer, right? So it sort of still fits this idea of the NFV.
Yeah.
And funny enough, it may actually be the most like long running NFV, because once you start getting off-chain data through like oracles and things like that has a lot more issues to break or to maintain, and like that's a big issue that we have to think through. So, but part of it too was like, we kind of did the opposite of the Cardano way. We were like, we did a lot of sort of prep and research, but we were kind of like, let's get it going. Let's experiment with it. Let's get it out there. We can't pre-plan everything. And it was honestly holding me mentally back, trying to like plan for like 10 years of like data security or something, right? It's like, there's just no way I can do it. And that wasn't technical enough anyway.
That's really interesting. That compression, it's like magic. It's like magic.
I do have a question.
Shout out to Epoch Blockchain. Sorry, what were we gonna say?
Oh no. So I was curious because they've changed like before staking and stuff. They've changed the amount of time during an epoch, right? What would happen if the amount if that changed again?
So in this first particular case, what we probably do is probably airdrop an upgradable version, right? Which I think is actually I think that's quite cool from a programmable and digital art point of view. I got my son.
I just have to tell you that.
Not safe for work. That was an angel baby hit squad. Yeah, the angel baby hit squad. There we go. We'll do that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Anyway, to your point. So for that particular one, why don't you sit with me? That'd be a lot easier.
It's making me understand what my life will be like when we have kids.
It is mostly wonderful.
I'm sure.
So to the question, we probably reissue one or issue an upgraded one, right? And actually, Aoife and I were talking about this, about the idea of it's okay if these things may quote unquote break, right? But ideally, what in the better version or the next version, and we're already kind of working on that, is well, what if we tie it directly to the blockchain? So it changes with it, right? So you start looking at it. So as the blockchain changes, when there's a slots change or the block times change or whatever it is, it would update automatically. But part of the fun of the digital kind of art is this ability to reissue something in a wallet where we don't know where they are, and it's like costs a little bit of ADA, and that's I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is, and if it breaks, you just figure out an interesting way to fix it. It's always good. It just gives you a lesson.
It's not going to destroy economies here. We're just trying to do some cool stuff.
Exactly. That's the thing we got to remember.
And I mean, that's the thing, like what it is eventually is just a visualization of something else. And like if this something else is breaking, like this has to be shown as well. I mean, it's what it is.
That's right. It'll be very visual when it fails, and we all know that it failed because it's been visualized.
Yeah.
So it's all part of the show, people.
And actually, we've been talking, exploring around creating like the lore around NFTs because it's very technical, which is cool. And fine, but we were like, we got to make this a little more human. So we have this sort of story. And what is cool about that is like, I'm like, oh, now we got to do like an NFT project around that. But what's really fun about that too is like I like this idea of having like broken epoch clocks as part of the landscape. They're like, the little like gnome tinkerer that made it like 400 years ago. It didn't work, and now it's just like a part of it.
Keep doing new iterations.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool.
How long
are selling me on these on-chain clocks?
Right. How long was the epochs back in the day? Before they changed it,
wasn't it like 7? I wasn't around. I was
about to say back. If I remember, I wasn't here, but if I remember someone talking about it, it was during the either ITN days or whatever it was like 2 days or something. I think because I think they wanted to do faster cycles before to test things
For
out.
test, yeah, it makes it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. You could have some old 2-day clocks littering around back
Yeah, exactly.
from
That'd
the
be
before
awesome.
times.
Yeah, and imagine like if it does change in the future, like these clocks now, like that'll be so cool. Like,
Yeah.
just showing,
What would
like,
happen
Lore
to
is a
them?
great idea.
Would they just cease functioning, or would they just get all messed up?
They would just be wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
I love it. Hey, it's right twice a day.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. You're right. Sometimes.
Well, but it's like it becomes an artifact of history, though. Like that's
Yeah.
the cool part. Like you know,
Mhm.
we I'm going to dive into some like emotional stuff here, but like this, we want to get everything perfect. We want to get everything there. We want to make sure that it always works for the rest of time. It's like, but we all know that's not true, but it's holding people back from making and creating and experimenting. And so like, we got to start just saying like, hey, it's okay. It's okay if like,
okay
the
to
clock
play.
breaks.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
how do we
exactly.
make new stuff?
Yeah, and I mean, like, when working with programmable art, or we have the Programmable Art Guild, and which is kind of like our playground where we just try to figure things out and like exactly discuss these kind of questions. And like, to me, it's like it's just so exciting to work on something that like, okay, you can try, you can see what is happening, you can see, or I mean, you learn when you fail, and that's like just
Mhm.
sure of it.
Yeah, it's like you have a much clear, I don't know, you have like a clear it's like a science, I mean, anything in the whole world and anything in your life can be like an experiment if you're looking at it the right way. But this is like so, I don't know, it's like so measurable in certain ways and visualizable. And I love what you said about expanding the word visualization. That kind of blows my mind. It's a very nice way of putting it.
Well, yo, we are getting to the end of this segment. I think we've hit it. What's up?
I wanted to. Okay, so we have been every week highlighting single pool operators, and so I wanted to just like talk for a second about Ginger Pool.
Seems like a good episode for it.
Yes, because she won't do it, so we must talk about it. Stake to Ipfs.
We are entering the shill zone, so
yes.
Yeah. No, actually, that's the part I like least, like promoting.
Oh no.
So,
I know. I totally get it.
but yeah.
Just tell us where to go at least.
Yes. I have the Ginger Pool. Like taking with the Ginger Pool would just help me like doing what I do, which is like kind of support, and I feel like it's the right thing to do, like to support this network and do all this. And yeah, I'm not good in that. So that was
All right, so why we need to all stake with Afa? I would say my largest wallet is staked with Afa's Ginger Pool because
Yeah, right.
as she is doing her work and research and all of that, and also working on programmable art and also doing Cnft items around, and she's doing all sorts of cool stuff for us. We're trying to make it easier for her to focus on Cnft for the rest of her career, as opposed to go work in the fiat overlord mining camp, which is no fun.
We don't need that.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Damn, maybe like, yeah, I think that we really, I mean, it's almost like a Patreon, and this is your Patreon, and this is the perfect place to start supporting and knowing that you are affecting things like this. So I think it's such a cool endeavor to stake to, because you know that you're actually making this journey easier. And this is something we can't all do all the time, is go out there and like spread the message of art and blockchain. So definitely.
With Space he is on point with his screen share and doing it. It's always so perfect, like just so well done.
Oh,
so.
this is Trevor right here.
I know, but like you always bring it up
Generally.
at the right time and you schedule it. It's always
a lot of popping things up. I haven't been doing the sound effects.
No, yeah,
but
we have a
often
gong.
that happens
Yeah,
when things get popped up. Well, that's why we have a team, so we cover each other while the other ones are trying to make everything look good.
That helps a lot.
Definitely.
So this is fun. Where did this come from?
It's amazing.
Yes, I have. Am I allowed to call it Tetris without like showing something? Yes.
Okay, it does.
This is what I said. It's like, life should be fun, and this is why there is a Tetris on the website.
Good.
Yes, we love to play games on this show.
Oh yeah, we often find ourselves playing and losing the games that people have posted.
Yes.
Always cool.
Actually,
Yeah.
one of the coolest thing someone wrote me was like, okay, he said he had this page bookmarked because whenever he made a break, he went there and played some Tetris, and it was just like, oh my god, that's so cool.
That's great. Gotta have different hooks to bring them in, and Tetris is an age-old hook that will do it.
I am not good at this game.
Oh no!
Okay, let's move on before I embarrass myself.
You already have,
No.
Scott.
No, I haven't lost yet. I'm technically still in. I could turn it around. Just assume that I wiped the floor with Vitalik.
I'm really glad that we have had the first thematically matching outfits on the Cnft news. Let it be known, let the data be visualized that this marks the first step in symbiotic fashion.
gonna have some
Or
matching.
synergistic
So I'm the data source, and she's the art. And
It
Exactly.
makes sense. All right, my friends, this has been a wonderful time. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you very much. It's always good to be here.
So
I look
great to
forward
see y'all
to
as always.
The next one.
That
And I
was
look forward to our first special report from Ava Ginger.
Oh yeah.
I have one on my desktop. I just need to send it to you.
I know
Oh,
it was my
great.
being
Yeah.
first, and then
Well, we already
it
have
doesn't
you
matter. There's no
as a
rush.
guest.
We're
There's no-
very
yes.
happy where we
We
are.
want them whenever is the time.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Catch y'all later.
Peace.
All right. Wonderful
Very
chat.
nice.
Yeah, they're so awesome.
And let's
Yeah, they really are.
immediately jump into
They're asking the good questions.
Cardano news because we're a little behind.
Oh yeah, I gotta pull it up.
As usual.
And
but
we should say, we forgot to say beforehand, don't worry, you do not have to stay backstage unless you want to. Eat
Yeah.
some sandwiches back there. Just know that it will not crash the whole
yeah.
thing.
So this next segment, it's called Cardano news. I think we should change it to Cardano and blockchain news because we talk about more than just
Yeah,
Cardano.
yeah, you're
It doesn't
right,
really
you're
make
right.
sense. Or
Yeah.
crypto, Cardano and crypto or something.
Mhm.
Anyways, it's going to say Cardano for now.
Yeah.
You ready for it, Tyler? Point us in.
I should say the reason that works, if I'm correct, is that Tyler actually has magical transmissions that occur within this finger to the world of segment openers. It's
Well,
amazing.
you're kind of close. What it actually is, you know, JL from AdaBots.
Yes.
She installed a cyborg remote inside my finger, so anytime I point, it just.
Dude, that makes so much sense because I thought you looked too freakishly like a robot. Like I was like, he is like he fits with a robot so well, and it just makes sense that you got an actual mod.
Cyborg finger.
That's a compliment, by the way.
Oh, I mean, compliments to JL too. She's an amazing.
She really
cyborg.
is. I got to see her for the first time at Dream Space, and I want to be friends with her for sure.
Yeah.
So this segment, Cardano News, is brought to you by Stella Cards.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's take a look at today's Stella card. We mint a new card every Thursday, and it's Stella wearing a brand new outfit, always different,
Brand new accessories.
always trying to look her best.
Oh yeah,
And show
for
us
the
best.
situation.
Yeah. So today we have Macabre Stella.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out, you're gonna get a little scared. You might get a little scared of what she's gonna do.
And we auction these off on our Discord server, at least for now. We may change that to. Are you ready? I thought I saw something.
It's not minted yet. I'm still waiting on NFT Maker to send it
Oh,
out.
I
Not
see.
minted yet. Let's
I
see.
can pull it up.
She's got a bottle of arsenic in her hand. She's wearing a veil. She's wearing a skull dress, and she's ready to get creepy. And she's got some creepy thoughts of the day.
Mhm. And hopefully one day we'll be able to introduce some really awesome utility for Stella card
Yeah.
holders. For now, you will get a special role in the Discord
True that.
if you purchase one of these, and you might have to remind us to give it to you.
You know what we should do?
We'll do it.
We should talk to Cnft bot, who I'm getting from my server. It's basically you basically just connect your wallet, and then you give them the policy IDs and the roles. Actually, I shouldn't be saying this because I mean he's really backed up right now. I shouldn't be sharing it to everyone. Just kidding. But,
Just know that things are happening. The wheels are slowly turning.
They are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they are moving forward always.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
the
could
Stella
Should I still
auction
pull
will
it up?
be going up soon.
No, Stella's auction is up right now. It's just not minted yet.
Oh, I see. The auction is up. Okay.
Oh, okay. Great.
So
great.
go onto our Discord server. The auction is up. It's starting at 20 ADA today. And
Because, yeah.
And if you'd like to pick this up, this is Stella card number 10.
10.
Wow.
Damn, that's high.
10 weeks of Stella cards.
I can't believe it.
That's cool.
You can share my screen now if you want.
Okay, here we go.
Very
the card.
So we got Stella
Yes.
card number 10. You see number 10. It's a one of one as always. Our top stories today. We've been talking about our special guests, our sponsor.
We got a good regal locution today, which is lullaby, insanity.
Sorry.
It's okay. Lullaby, insanity, eternal mirror zone. And it's called that because her inner thought is a Rod Serling quote, and it's about crazy, macabre, sci-fi, death shit. And the deep inner thought of the day is: the crowd slowly dispersed in soft whispering groups, voices in small pockets, deep. Okay. I think a line is cut off. That's okay. So basically, this is revealing a little more of Stella's background, which is, I know all of you probably think I come from some scary door, and that's how I ended up here. It's not entirely far off from the truth, but it's a bit more complicated than that. An author I love once wrote, "Cyanide is natural, so is arsenic. If you knew who we were dealing with, you'd think arsenic was going too easy on them." So this is a death fascination Stella moment, and she's obviously going to murder someone, but apparently she feels justified in it at least.
Definitely.
And we've also got some cool stats on there. You know,
Yeah,
typical
our usual
Stella
stuff.
card stuff.
I did this is the first one, right? I
Ooh,
started
I love
adding
that.
the 24-hour load. So right
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Great idea.
And one other interesting thing to point out is this is the biggest spread, or the biggest difference in our top projects, with Pavia at 2.5 million and everything else below $1 million.
Wow.
7-day volume, yeah.
Yeah.
People were flipping those Pavia plots. 40,000
Yeah.
Pavia plots recently entered the market, so
Damn.
people are getting them out there.
This is kind of reminding me or showing me that in a way this is kind of like an NFT, a non-fungible visualization in a way. I mean, I don't know. It's just like it's got the data, it's got the week, and
one thing that I think
it's not tied to
anything,
but it's got vibes of it.
One thing I think will be really cool. I mean, you could already do this without the Stella cards, but it'll be cool seeing like a graph of how many total CNFTs each week from the Stella cards. Obviously it's slowly going up, but like it'll be cool to see like
it can only go up. That's the interesting thing about it. It can't go down.
Well, I think even if you burn something, I think it still is there, right?
Well, you can't actually burn it. You just put it in the burn wallet, right?
True. I think
wow, very cool.
Interesting stuff. Okay, let's get to some news, and then we have our next special guest, AI Scholars. Looking forward to chatting with him.
Yes, we will get through this quickly.
Yes, so we're going to try and push through this.
Can't wait to talk to Alex.
Let's pop
these people
up.
making me think.
There it is. That's what we want to
All
see.
right, Hacker Ether, that's got a ring to it. A self-styled gray hat hacker figured out how to trick Ethereum scaling solution Optimism into effectively printing unlimited Ether earlier this month. Jay Freeman, who goes by Sarek online, discovered the glitch while looking into so-called nano payment protocols. Optimism is one of these protocols, and it allows users to send small amounts of crypto with little transaction fees, albeit with security trade-offs. So Sarek discovered a glitch in a section of Optimism's code which forces smart contracts to delete themselves and return related Ether to the sender. This could be exploited to trick smart contracts into looping, thus minting infinite layer 2 crypto. Whatever that means. The Ether created by the bug was counterfeit, but Freeman suggested it could wreak havoc across the wider crypto ecosystem. He didn't leverage the exploit. Instead, he reported the issue to Optimism's dev team, who paid him a $2 million bug bounty. Wow, it really is like the Wild West. You're going in to get you a bounty.
Yeah.
Counterfeit Ethereum. What a world.
Yeah.
And here I thought the blockchain was secure.
It's actually
so
finding
now.
Yeah, exactly. At least they're actually caring to find what's insecure in the blockchain.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Glad I had a happy ending.
Yeah.
So JP Morgan is entering the metaverse.
They're entering the metaverse. So JP Morgan is the first bank to enter the metaverse with the virtual Onyx Lounge. Is in the blockchain-based world of Decentraland. So
I don't know. I kind of feel like we should all take a moment to shake our heads. Maybe it's good. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think the banks need to be in.
No.
I don't know why they need to be, but
I can't see how it would be good. No.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It's not like
they're talking about church right now. Look, it's Jesus.
Dude,
VR church.
That's old news. We got Jesus too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so true.
They are missing out on whole swaths of history.
Okay. Well, this is like banks and churches on the blockchain.
I mean, I have been hearing that like a lot of churches are doing stuff with the metaverse, which is like.
I mean, it does make sense with all the pandemic stuff. You want to gather in physical places sometimes, but well, let's move on. Colorado accepts crypto for tax payments. Colorado will start.
Sorry.
Colorado will start accepting cryptocurrencies for tax and other payments to the state by the end of the summer. Oh my.
Probably because of Charles Hoskinson.
And the state is currently hosting the 2022 ETH Denver conference.
Okay, well.
So they are blockchain friendly, as we know. Always warm.
Always sunny.
What does he say?
Always warm. Always sunny.
Sometimes Colorado.
That's why we have a sun in our Cnft News logo. Partially.
That's not a sun. That's a meteorite.
I like to think of it as an exploding sun.
I just want everyone to know this is a very apocalyptic.
We've had a whole discussion
that we
about
have.
it. Yeah.
This, to me, this represents a meteor, and you may have heard of this from Final Fantasy VII.
But we're having fun. It's very bubbly. It's very
down
nice.
to Earth. It will destroy the entire world unless something's done.
And we're going to do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, the world's kind of ending, in case you haven't heard.
Yeah, dude, we've been wanting to watch that.
We also have a chance to maybe stop it from ending. I don't know.
There's always a chance.
But we got to try. So here it is. We're reminded that things are.
April and Patrick started it.
But it doesn't mean it's all over. Yeah, don't look up. Thank you, Timothy Grigsby.
I can't believe that. I'm sending this article to my uncle. He's like big in finance against crypto.
Nice. Do it.
Your uncle. He's not gonna last. You're gonna get him.
Yeah, you are, and you have an infectious positivity and passion.
Yeah. Now this is really exciting. Reverse ISO Sunday swap. So this is a whole response to a lot of the negative thoughts that were floating around.
It's about time there's
Sunday
a response. Let's be honest. It has been a long time with no response, and that's just like we gotta have a response, and we have to have respect for each other enough to have a response. So I'm really glad that they did that. So basically, to encourage further decentralization, after SundaySwap received some criticism for the ISO model, SundaySwap decided to pay out an extra 20 million Sunday from the SundaySwap Labs supply to delegators who delegate to any single pool operator that received at least one vote in the initial ISO and Scooper selection vote. The reverse ISO will commence after the snapshot is taken on February 19th and run for one epoch until February 24th. A list of qualifying stake pools will be made available on the SundaySwap website in advance of the launch. Per a tweet from Pool Peak, 800 million ADA has moved to single pool operators in the first 48 hours of the SundaySwap announcement. Very nice.
Very nice. Very glad to hear that they're encouraging, because a lot of people might have just kind of forgotten about what they were staked to and just kind of let it lay. But now,
yeah,
pretty good. I'm impressed.
We should mention too that people should double check their stake pools, because like there are some stake pools that end up closing. Like I noticed one of my wallets Buffy bought, and that's been closed for a bit.
Exactly. Yeah, and like Babbel closed, music closed, and to become
Twitch,
these new things, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, parameter update. This is pretty good.
Ooh.
And it's the reason why the chain has not been shit lately.
Yeah.
Another parameter update went into effect on the beginning of this epoch. The update increased per block memory units limit to of Plutus scripts to 14 megabytes, I believe, allowing devs to run up to 4 Plutus scripts per block. And the chain is currently loaded to 75%, which is a lot lower than we have been.
Yeah,
It was 95%, so
yeah.
things actually work nowadays. And that kind of goes right along with the Cardano transaction volume that we're seeing right now. Per the tweet from Cardano Daily, which is another one of those great sites with really good data visualizations.
We love you, Cardano Daily.
Like visualizations. So, yeah, take a look at this. On February 14th, Cardano had the highest on-chain
Valentine's Day
transaction volume.
Cardano,
By
isn't
far.
that ghost chain?
Yeah.
I heard it was a ghost chain.
I've heard it's a love chain now.
True.
But $17.5 billion worth. That's not bad. Seems like things are happening out there.
Indeed.
And this is one thing I just saw. Pretty cool. ADA handle and Muesli swap.
Another ADA handles popping off with them partnerships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
I'm not exactly sure how it will all shake out, but Muesli Swap will add support for ADA handles to their platform. So
very cool.
I assume that means that you can pay out the, whatever it is that you have to your ADA handle rather than entering your whole address. Makes it easier. We just did a little dispersal of news funds.
The first time we've ever had news funds to disperse to the whole team.
Wasn't a lot, but it was a lot.
It was a lot compared to nothing. Yeah.
And a lot of that goes right out to our sponsors. Thank everyone who has been supporting us. We really appreciate your help and belief in us and seeing that we are trying to grow this thing. And it's not just, we're not just sitting here. We're not sitting on our laurels. We're doing stuff. But anyways, we made this payout and I use CC Vault and I use all of our ADA handles, and it's a $, Alyssa, $, with spaces.
It's messed up. She gets my money.
Trevor, $, Greedy Genius. And there it is. So if anyone wants to send us all tips, you can do that. Trevor, Alyssa, Tyler, and also with spaces. Cnft News. We got some ADA handles, okay?
Whatever those you like.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. Okay, cool. So I think that brings us to our next special guest, and we are not even very late.
Or if you want to send us something for giveaways, you can do money signs, Cnft News, and then also tell us that you sent it.
Yes, we are filling up that nutsack. Okay, so let's do this thing. AI scholars, it's time. Everybody,
let's hear the audience.
Let's hear some cheering. Come on, people. I know you're out there. Special guest.
got hats.
All right.
This is the
Welcome,
first time
welcome.
all of our guests have worn the same headwear.
Yes, we really appreciate it. What's up? How are you?
Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Trevor. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're so glad that you're here.
Welcome. Our first time hanging out since the summit.
Yeah, that was in the summer too. Time flies. It doesn't feel like it's been, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it's been.
Especially around here. Do you go to the meetups all the time in New York?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's awesome.
And a lot of the projects that were in, Catalyst and so on and so forth, they were first discussed in those Cardano meetup groups.
Wow.
So it's been such an adventure, just kind of hanging out with the community and seeing how it went from a tableside conversation to something that we're interacting with.
Damn, that's so cool to see that journey.
It's happening.
That's part of the magic of NFTs. Like we were hearing with Afa and Patrick earlier, is just like seeing that journey right in front of you, and then you saw it in person and then saw it here. It's kind of wild.
Oh, absolutely. And the community is, I think, the heart of what Cardano is at, right? I think, what I wanted to kind of hang out with you guys and talk about is this healthy approach to understanding blockchains, which at its core, I think blockchains, especially Cardano, it's about technology and it's about community and how those two intersect. And when we're even talking about like AI scholars, I think the value behind AI scholars is a lot of the technology that a lot of people aren't aware or, haven't actually interacted with to understand why these NFTs come out the way that they do or why they're so cool, So I kind of wanted to just touch base with you guys and kind of explain it. We'll have some fun.
Damn right. I can't wait. Education and having people learn about this stuff is going to be what gets us to the next level now. So let's hear it.
Please.
So when you're, the generative adversarial network style art, when you're doing that, it's basically what's called a generator and a discriminator. And a generator will come up with an image that it believes you're telling it to come up with, and a discriminator will turn around and say, well, it's not quite what I had in mind. And then the generator will make up another one. And they'll do this back and forth until it just starts iterating better and better about what you wanted it to come up with. But you have to find images first. If you want like a general, idea or whatever, you can give it a text prompt and it'll just iterate what it believes is an interpretation of the text. These can be wildly untamed, as they say. You have to kind of guide it and finagle it to get the image that you had in mind. So with AI scholars,
we've experienced that.
Yeah. And when, with AI scholars, we focus on like chess pieces. So I have to find stock images of like chess pieces and so on and so forth and feed it. Thank you for that, by the way, for the example, and feed it into the AI model. Because if the texture, for example, is rough, right, then the AI doesn't know if it should focus on the texture or the actual silhouette of the image itself. If the shadowing is off, again, it'll say, should I focus on the shadowing effect or should I focus on the image itself? So you have to find like a very clean image to feed in. And then you'll let it iterate and hope that whatever is produced, it kind of comes up with what you had in mind. And this is just for a 600 by 600 pixel. Then you let it iterate so that the losses, as they're referred to in GAN style art, are just lower and lower and lower and lower. And then you have to upscale to 4K resolution. And then you have to go into NFT Maker Pro and compile the metadata. And that's just for one NFT. But the process is fascinating. So I'll circle back to this process and I'll tell you guys something really, really interesting about our drop in particular. But this is why our drop is only going to have like 100 or 110 pieces maximum, because it takes a lot of time to generate these images and we want them valued accordingly.
So are you putting in a base pictures?
A combination of the two. So you definitely feed a base picture or a picture that you kind of want it to finish at. And then you also can put in prompts about maybe some styles that you want associated with the iteration process. So for example, the pieces that you were showing earlier with
Yeah, I'm
like
popping up.
neon effect.
Here we
You
go.
put like neon, neon highlights, slash anime or whatever, and then
That's so cool to see that
Yeah.
with chess. You don't usually see that with
Yeah,
chess.
I love the theme in here.
you guys should see like some of the Rembrandt like iterations that I've done and so on and so forth. I mean, they're gonna be really something incredible
I can't wait.
in the process. So there's this really cool thing that happens as it's iterating, right? The generator and the discriminator again will go have this back and forth, and for some reason, at some point in the process, the generator will get frustrated and it will completely change its iteration process where what it began with and the image that follows thereafter are two completely different styles of art and completely styles of images. So you're kind of having the visual representation of the AI having this eureka moment where it's like, oh, what I'm doing is not working, so I need to switch it up entirely. And a few of our NFTs, it's going to be a vending style NFT drop, but a few of them will accompany that video that will show the iteration process and where that eureka moment happened for your NFT to get to that version
That's really
that you
cool.
have.
Yeah, I mean, we could take it's good to notice that the AI has that moment of learning. It's okay to have that moment of doing the wrong thing. Even an AI has a moment of realizing
It's
they were
literally
making a
the
mistake.
only way to learn.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You have to try stuff, and
Yeah.
you can hear about it, but until you do it, it's tough.
Honestly, like I don't want to go off topic, but like think about how like actually crazy that is. Like, as someone who doesn't know, who doesn't know how to code any of that stuff, like just for a program to know that it needs to start over, that's blowing my mind.
Yeah, that I'm making this isn't going the right way right now.
Programs, helping programs.
That's crazy.
Well, when I do the NFT drop, which this is the first time I'm announcing it anywhere, I haven't even tweeted about it yet. On March 22nd of this year, you guys, I'll post some of the videos prior to launch, and you guys can see how this is happening. But
they're excited. I thought they might be.
Yeah, I knew I hadn't seen it yet anywhere on your Twitter and stuff.
And with Spaces, to your point, a lot of this technology is actually open to the public right now. There's more, easy to use and user-friendly versions on like Google Colab and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to draw this analogy, and it's not only me, but a lot of the AI community likes to draw the analogy that just like with cameras, where early on cameras, there was a special group of people that only knew how to use them. Then you had to develop the film, so on and so forth. And then the Polaroid came out. Yeah. And like everyone was using Polaroids, and everyone could capture these images. AI art or AI machine learning and so on and so forth. As it becomes more mainstream, you're going to see more and more people getting access to this technology and learning how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see this explosion of just like creativity on top of what I call is happening now is the second renaissance, right? With respect to art because of NFTs. Before, artists had a really difficult time of getting exposure, of thinking that they can make a livelihood with, their skill set. But now with the advent of NFTs and blockchain, everyone who feels like they have something to contribute to the blockchain is putting their works out there for people to see. So there's just this incredible explosion of creativity going on.
And it's like people finally have, I'm so sorry, Tyler. It's like people finally feel like they have permission in a lot of ways too to create. It's like, oh, it's not just some exclusive class of people that make art. Like I can also make art. I mean, that's how I felt personally. I'm like, oh, well, actually I can do this more,
Of course. And it also ties into, what I said about that healthy mindset to blockchains, which is it's the tech and it's also the community.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we think about the power of community, especially when it comes to Cardano, you can see direct democracy right here in Cardano with respect to 100%. All of the things that have transpired in the last 2 months, from IOG increasing the block size to Nami Wallet, enabling self-validation through your personal node and Daedalus, to Catalyst having upgrades with feedback from the community about the proposal process. I mean, community is amazing when it comes to blockchain tech. So I feel like when you approach it with this healthy mindset of just, the tech, the community, and value it accordingly, you can have a much more pleasant experience than someone who's attached to some arbitrary number about how much fiat the Cardano is worth.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's part of the biggest reason we came here, to NFTs and Cardano is like, this is happening. This is the future. And we have to understand what an effect and what a role we play and understand that if we want this thing that is definitely going to happen to be good, we need to have a voice in it and lend a good voice to it.
And I think not only having a voice, but seeing your voice reflected in the results,
Exactly.
With the announcement of this Sunday swap thing, like
exactly.
people voiced their concerns and right
Something
away.
happened.
I know.
Exactly.
A material
what?
change occurred instead
Someone
of just
with
like
money listen to people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
You can see how powerful it actually is and how not hard it actually is. It is not. They make it out to be this difficult in the normal world. Before times, they make it out to be this thing that, oh no, it just can't happen. It's just not even possible to do these changes or to be like transparent in your response to something. But you can see that it's actually not hard.
Absolutely. And it happens like on many scales too. It'll happen like large scale with, the Cardano community as a whole discussing what's happening on chain and with the entire Cardano blockchain. And it happens individually in everyone's Discord where, for example, like in our Discord, we hold chess tournaments for chess enthusiasts to win like NFTs or Cardano. And we hold a vote. Hey, how often do you want this tournament to commence? And do you want to have an entry fee, a prize pot, so on and so forth? And they'll vote directly, and then we'll make adjustments to our Discord and to our tournaments, 1 for 1. And it plays out in real time. So it's just fascinating to me that blockchain is enabling people to really appreciate the tech behind it and also have their voice in how the tech is, how the tech was built, how it is being built, and probably how it will be built in the future.
It's like a decentralized, even more forward-thinking Kickstarter in so many ways. It's like a way more effective version.
Exactly, and this is before most of the stuff that Charles Hoskinson and other speakers at the Cardano Summit announced last summer. Like one thing I'm personally really psyched about is the App Store that he was discussing. Where it was going to be like iTunes or Google Play, where some of the projects that were featured in this portal were sort of vetted so that it gives more credibility to what's happening there and just kind of safeguard the community against some bad actors that may have been around. So again, like I hear this conversation taking place right now, and this is even before it's even launched. So I can only imagine what's going to happen when Hydra comes out and so on and so forth, all the things that are in the development pipeline.
Yeah, you can see how much has changed even since smart contracts and all the things that, it's like a whole new landscape and we can, it's like there's firmer ground to stand on to think about new ways of doing things with each time that something happens like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we have 6 DEXs. I mean, within, a couple of months of smart contracts releasing, DEXs with order books, DEXs with AMMs. I think we have 100 million total value locked in these DEXs, and we're also surpassing Ethereum with transaction volume at fraction of the fees.
That may have something to do
with it. As it should be, as it should. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we're Cardano's coming into its own here finally after many years of growth behind the scenes, popping off in front of everybody.
You can see that long term pays off.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes it doesn't happen all at once, but it's not supposed to. It's not part of the plan for it to happen all at once. It's a long term vision.
So where do you see your project long term?
So I kind of like to err on the side of caution when I'm talking about things that will come out, because I've noticed in the crypto community, it's best to just release rather than to make an announcement about a feature or product that's coming. So I'll give you a couple of examples of I noticed some really good executions of just launches, Muesli Swap, right, Wi-Fi, and so on and so forth. Platforms that basically didn't have a lot of marketing or a lot of hype, if you will, right? But they just put out a product that works. And then they got feedback from the community, and then they started to iterate. And we can compare that to a couple of other projects who, again, were centered around hype and just kind of these announcements about what's going to happen and so on and so forth. And I just feel like it gives people time to sort of fantasize about the ideal version of what they envision this will be like. And then when it doesn't fit that criteria,
It
there's a
never
level
will.
Exactly. It never will. There's this level of disappointment. So I like to like kind of err on the side of just saying, wait for it. Even with the drop, I didn't even have any like sneak peeks or anything. I didn't tell anyone until I was basically today, and I feel confident that the drop is going to be exactly what I want it to be, and people are going to be happy with it.
Yeah, I totally feel that. And I think that we should, I mean, you're going to attract people that are less worried about the hype if you have less of that, you know, just wild hype energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody has to do what they need to do themselves, but you know.
Exactly. There's this really like interesting thing that I noticed right off the bat. So we're also doing a collaboration with Hosky for some one-offs.
Oh,
like,
cool.
Yeah, Hosky themed chess NFTs.
Awesome.
And I noticed a lot of people hopped in from the Hosky community into our Discord because they're interested in that variant that's going to come out.
Right.
And this was a pretty large, you know, what's the word, transplant from one community to another.
Yeah,
so I
totally.
noticed that, you know, there's this semi-hype being built now, and you're seeing the effects of it right off the bat. So again, for that reason, I was just like, nope.
That's funny.
That's a good idea. You know, depending what you're doing. I think sometimes you want to have hype. It just depends on the situation, but
Absolutely. In my particular case, I do tend to just take a more conservative approach to what I like to say publicly and what I know I can deliver on. Then sort of,
we feel that.
The analogy that I make is sometimes with some projects on blockchain, you're on the train and the tracks are being built as it's moving. What can go wrong?
100%. And you have to be able, like, I am just huge about like dealing with the situation as it goes. Like, you're just not taking the best approach if you completely. I think we always have to be open that things can change, and even if you put something out there, like, it shouldn't have to be in stone because things can change. You know, you have to be able to somewhat be able to move within the thing that you're saying if you do end up saying it.
Absolutely. And to that point, you have been in the Cardano community for so long that you do have a healthy mindset to what drives value. You know, a lot of the people that are coming into these projects, especially that are centered around hype, aren't exactly crypto aficionados. You know, they're not aware of the nuances. So when that hype is being let down because they're realistically, you know, coming in to just turn a profit, and they can't because the project is unable to deliver on the promises that it made, there's this level of frustration that they believe is warranted for them to just vent. And again, it tends to just have this ripple effect that just gets blown out of proportion.
I think we're gonna have to take that 1 minute, 2 minute clip right there and post it as its own video on our channel, because like that's so true. Like that's a big thing. Like with people coming into this space, I'm not even gonna try to re-say because it said so perfectly, but
feel free.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's going to be a learning experience for everyone. Like, I think we will move from where we are right now, but that's definitely a cycle that's happening right now.
Absolutely. And this is all one big giant experiment where one is learning from the other. You know what I mean? You'll see one project do something. Exactly. And they'll do it successfully. So you'll see another project kind of iterate on that version. And then you'll see another project do something that's unsuccessful, and another project will immediately change course. So everyone's learning from each other. This space is evolving in real time, where I always laugh with my friends, but, you know, I'm in a lot of Twitter spaces a lot, like 5 hours a day. And if I'm not there for a full day, it feels like I've missed 100 years of something.
Damn
that's
right.
That's why we had to start this news program. We didn't know what the hell was
I
going on.
know. And
We were like, we gotta plug in.
And whenever we've left for a week, it has felt like a damn year has passed.
So yeah, it's fast moving, it's fast evolving. But again, I just feel like if you have the right mindset of approaching any project on blockchain, especially when it comes to AI scholars, which is, there's value in this NFT because it took such a long time and such a long process that you're not actually just buying this JPEG, you're buying a person's ability to produce it, their experience, their eye, their knowledge, so on and so forth. And it's a snapshot of that time period on the chain.
Very personal for the artists involved, if it is personal. It
Mm-hmm.
can be very personal
Mm-hmm.
in that it's a snapshot. It's a signpost, and it will always be there, hopefully, to be able to look back and say, this is where I was when.
Mm-hmm. And during this explosion of AI being a thing, I mean, it's like so early in that.
Yeah.
You can see how quickly AI is progressing because I believe summer of 2020, the only AI project that I really knew about was Entheos. Now,
yeah, totally.
I see them not only on our blockchain, multiple projects, but on multiple chains. I see them on Tezos. I see them on HBAR. I see them on, Polygon and Ethereum, so on and so forth. There's this just explosion of creativity going on.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very exciting. I did have a couple questions for you to shift gears. Two, really. One, I'd like to hear about the chess tournaments and how those are going and all the responses that you've been getting and who's winning. And I want to hear more about that. But I also want to hear more about your name, AI Scholars, and what drove that brand name.
Sure. So the first question is about the tournaments. It's actually really fun. And the tournaments are being held in our Discord server at the moment, where we have a chess bot, and they can basically move with, commands inside our Discord server. And it's very interesting to hear people play because obviously everyone has a different approach to how they're playing. Some people want to get the game over with real fast, and in that speed, they'll make mistakes. And the other person's approach is just that, waiting for you to make a mistake rather than having some long-term strategy. And they can kind of have these quips between each other about, I was waiting for that, or, okay. It's so much fun, and we had Big Joe from Cardano Stoners Club hop on.
Cool.
And he's a character unto himself. We were doing a chat channel as well, so we were just talking smack and having fun. The community is amazing, and I will say this: it's a very niche community. It's not that easy to find chess players who play chess online, chess players who are familiar with the Cardano blockchain, and then you put all these together and you put them into your Discord. So it is a very niche community, but the ones that are there are amazing. Really dedicated, and they come in. Sundays is when we have our tournaments, and they'll start, just ramping up with the banter and so on and so forth. And then when the tournament begins, it's all lighthearted fun, though.
That's good. That's my favorite kind of competition, when it is lighthearted but still making moves.
Exactly, and the right moves in the game of chess. Because you can see that after the fact, they'll do a post-mortem of the game, and they'll be like, oh, I wish I could have taken that one move back, or, oh, I know this is exactly where I messed up. And then you'll see them get better and better.
Yeah, totally.
As it goes forward. So it's really fun. I haven't done any rankings yet or any brackets because, again, we only held I think 2 or 3 tournaments so far. So it's just kind of people getting their bearings and having fun, competing for NFTs, and whoever wins gets one.
Yeah, I was going to ask. The prizes, what's the situation there?
So right now you're competing for NFTs. And our first winner was B-Love at Chi-Town. And the second one was this girl named Alexandra, who is incredible chess player.
Wow.
The third one we're holding on, I think, March 6th of 2022. And because we held a vote about, what type of prizes and so forth are you guys interested in, some of the participants were like, hey, it'd be nice if we had a Cardano prize pot where basically people would pay a very small entry fee, and then everyone's entry fees would get combined, and whoever wins gets the pay.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So it's a good way.
And just in general, the more Cardano grows, the more the more people will have those intersecting things, you know, the more
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
It's still very early days, as Jarhead likes to say, young Ada, right?
people.
That's funny. Young Ada, that's good.
Ada in her youth.
And AI scholars. Yeah, I mean, obviously the AI part. I mean, it makes enough sense, but I'd love to hear the
Yeah.
reasoning.
Yeah, so when it comes to chess, I think chess is a game that fosters critical thinking and strategic mentality when it comes to approaching situations in life, just like you do in the game. So I was thinking about AI and just how the intelligence and strategy and so forth. Maybe scholar is the way to go with it. So I put those two together. At first, we were called crypto scholars, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But, I
like
noticed
AI
that,
scholars.
yeah, with crypto, it wasn't exactly in tune to what I'm doing with the NFT pieces themselves, so I had to adjust it a little.
Yeah, I think this conveys it better because, yeah, just crypto can mean too many things.
Exactly.
So,
Plus,
I'm glad
yeah, it just flows better.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
think so,
yeah.
too. Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, this has been really interesting. The whole chess
I'm
thing,
thinking about playing chess now.
right? Gonna have
Hop into
to.
our
I'm a little
Discord.
scared,
Everyone's
but-
very friendly.
Yeah, I just joined the Discord. I'm happy to be there. I did chess club in high school.
Yes.
I have not played since then, so I don't know. I used to do tournaments and stuff. It was crazy.
You'd be shocked how many of our participants haven't really played chess since high school, believe it or not. But
Yeah.
it's like riding a bike. If you know, you know. You just get back on, and you're gonna see. Once you play like 1 or 2 games,
Yeah,
it'll all come back to you.
Legit.
I can see
That's
that.
awesome.
I don't know if you guys, just to throw in real quick, I don't know if you've heard of I forget the name of the project, but it was the on-chain
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
chessboards.
Right.
That would be really cool to see, like a collaboration, like those chessboards,
Yeah.
like in the AI style. Do you guys have one?
I've
I don't know
got
if you've heard of
one. I
that.
gotta find it.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it. It was put out by 3D.
I think it was called.
I'm gonna find it. I've only got a few wallets.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it
here we
is.
go. Nano chess.
There we go. Yep, nano chess. It'd be super cool to like see like one of these like in the textures of, or in the image of.
Yeah, like just. I mean, do they all look different?
Yeah.
Okay, for this, yeah.
It's pretty cool. You play against a computer. I mean, I like this because like the actual difficulty of the opponent is one of the rarities of the drop. So you pull
Yeah, that's
one that might be harder or easier than the others. Pretty cool.
I think I know the person behind that project, but I could be mistaken. And he is a very, very, very busy individual. He's a very nice person, and if I months ago I did DM him and we had a brief conversation. I believe that he's involved in like 9 different blockchain initiatives on Cardano. And yeah, there's a very long waiting list to just get his attention. But I'm sure eventually I know who you're talking about.
That's funny. Oh man.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And
yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, I can't take the AI works that I have and put them as representations inside there because obviously the data constraints, right? 16 kilobytes. Each one of my images is 4K resolution with roughly 10 to 12 megabytes in size. I mean, they're gonna have to increase it a lot for that to happen.
Yeah. Is that a plan for them to increase?
I doubt that much.
Well, I think in time. Not that much. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean never that much, right?
Well, who knows? The future.
In the future, eventually, anything can happen.
Well, yeah, guys. I mean, I think it's inevitable. To answer your question, I mean, you guys remember floppy disks? I'm too old right now, but I hope some of you do. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we had floppies.
Yes, I experienced floppy disks.
It was 32 kilobytes, and then so on and so forth. It went up and up and up and up. I remember when like iOmega came up with a zip drive where you had, I think, 100 megabytes.
100 meg. That was a big deal.
Revolutionary. Now
my dad
I have a hard drive with 16 terabytes, and I'm like, I need more space.
Yeah, 16 TB. We need to get petabytes now. That's
petabytes now.
Wow.
So,
I
Oh
don't
man,
think the blockchain is going to be any different. It's just as more adoption comes,
I
and
hope
more
so. That'd be
capital
so
flows
cool.
into it,
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
On
Right.
chain.
You're so
oof,
right.
Awesome. All right, my friend. Well, this was a really fun time. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys. Always a pleasure hanging out with you.
Yeah,
You
really
too.
appreciate that.
Can't wait to see you again this
Likewise. Can't wait to meet
Yeah.
both
year.
of
At
you.
PCon.
And we'll see you in some Twitter spaces in the meantime.
Yeah,
For sure.
true.
at the water cooler.
All right. Peace out. Thanks for coming.
Bye,
Yeah,
Alex.
guys.
Bye. All right.
Turn on the light real
Nice.
quick.
We're learning a lot today.
Awesome. So I did want to show off
Cardano
this
monsters.
wild thing that I made.
Oh
using
yeah,
an
yeah,
AI
yeah,
generator.
yeah.
Uh,
This was like the night cafe thing.
So I
It
told
came
it
out really
a
wild.
party of D&D adventurers,
Holy.
gritty realism, and this is what it gave me. And I paid a lot of credits
To get
so
a
it could be
video.
a movie.
Yeah.
It was very expensive
Wow.
credit-wise, but I think it's about right. I mean, you got even like the D&D and the dice on the table and everything.
I think it's terrifying.
It's terrifying, but it's pretty accurate, I think, also. Okay.
That wasn't
Put that away.
that was not one of those. That was you know,
It's
had a
not
lot-
very pretty,
no.
but it is interesting. All right. So our next segment here, we're talking events, contests, and giveaways.
Ooh.
Break it up.
So we have to do a giveaway during this segment.
True.
Definitely.
Damn right.
Also, I'm gonna throw in the 10K lucky numbers in here.
I got an idea.
Be careful what you say. We already have a video to play.
Oh
watch
yeah,
your
yeah,
mouth.
yeah, yeah,
Don't say that word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
All right. Well, here we go. We're going to see the.
Come up with an abbreviation.
This segment, events, contests, and giveaways, brought to you by the Cnft News Patreon.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Sir.
Fresh heaps of content coming out to you today on that Patreon. The $20 tier gets you an airdrop every month, and after 3 months, a news mug.
A physical
merch tier
and
coming soon,
an
and
NFT
an
of the
NFT that
physical
Tyler
news mug.
3D modeled of the
this,
news
it's
mug.
this.
It's beautiful.
It's
It's,
really
the most
cool.
beautiful thing you ever saw.
Yeah, it's great. So check out that Patreon. But I wanted to show off. This is
It's in our YouTube links.
This is a 3-minute clip of a video that will be posting the full thing to the Patreon very soon.
Some kind of freak hackers in the house. You know, we got a lot of crazies at this PNS studio, and there is a super crazy out here who wrote some wild, scandalous clickbait article and then sent us a recording of themselves reading it. And it's
Yeah.
honestly pretty terrifying.
Pretty
But
messed up.
we wanted to share it with you in case they try to murder us or something. At least we will have this record that the problem was there.
I want to find the link to this article. So if you want to check this out, you can. But this was written by a hacker. A hacker wrote this, and then
Anonymous
they taunted
hacker.
us with this
Yeah,
video.
they're taunting.
Hello there, and welcome to 13 Wild Facts About CNFT News Studios you won't believe are true. Hello there, my favorite Ada newsy noobs. I know who each of you are, but you'll never find out just who I am. For now, you can call me PFP. We've all heard tantalizing whisperings down at the water cooler at the CNFT newsroom, but some of us have learned more than the usual highly speculative gossip about Dougie and Scott both secretly being Mr. Pistachio's sons. I have sources throughout this company and the CNFT community, and they are the dirty little secrets I'll forever keep close to the chest or vest or nest. I'm no flipper. Unless, of course, they turn on me, in which case all's fair in love and bidding wars. For my first degen post, I've hacked into Summer Horsegrave's account because we all know she's far too much of a goody two-shoes to spill the juicy red rum the way I will. I need to masquerade as someone who I'm obviously not for now, at least until I've hacked deeper into the new site. Let's just say I've been working with PNS in one way or another for longer than Tyler with Spaces has been alive. Could I be Mr. Pistachio's long-lost daughter, or that moan boy whose video you just downvoted? Maybe I'm an OG creator who is also a janitor here at PNS. The fact is, I could be a janitor because I know all the dirty details, and wouldn't you like to know?
Wow.
Shocking.
I can't believe I got hated on and called a goody two shoes.
Well,
I'm a bad bitch.
so we got the rest of that, which will be posted later today on the Patreon account.
And that's where all the tantalizing, horrible secrets are.
Lots of secrets, lots of details, it's really just rumors and speculation.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe most of it.
But there is pictures of some of it. I mean, there's a picture of Monique digging in the trash can.
Well, yeah.
With a wig on.
That's true.
So, I mean,
That part's true.
There's a picture of Mr. Pistachio with his old friends in Greenpeace before you went rotten. There are some real things.
Yeah.
Oh, Blizzard!
Yeah, I just died at that. That was so funny.
Too soon.
Hopefully it's not Buzz Indeed. We'll be talking a little bit about that whole thing.
I mean, he did say, maybe I'm an OG creator.
True.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't we... Oops, I'm in edit mode, whatever. Okay, well, why don't we take a look at some of the things that are happening? Well, right now, the Cnft Awards is a massive event that's coming right up. 48 hours remaining before the actual award ceremony.
We got to hear that orchestra, y'all.
We should.
Like 7 p.m. CET.
Can I talk about the card?
CET? What? I don't know what that time
Central?
is.
That's not Central, is it?
Central European time.
Yeah, there it is.
It's 1 hour ahead of UTC. Interesting.
Okay.
So it'd be 8 p.m. UTC, which is when this show starts. So that's 2 p.m. Central.
Okay. Great.
Interesting. Okay, what was that, Tyler?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! Did we talk about the cards that got minted last week?
You mean for the awards?
voting?
Oh yeah. I tried collecting a few of those after you said that, and I ended up being really random. Like, it gives you a random one for whatever you voted on.
I don't think so. It was,
Really?
Yeah, but I was surprised. I put out a tweet under our news thing, and like not many were minted. Like I forget the exact number, but I think only 24 sets could be made because the lowest mint for one of them was 24.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, we should check the Cardano scan, the policy ID.
Yeah.
Of that. I'm wondering. I think we only minted one. Or at least
I
did.
minted
You
3,
great.
but I thought that I was getting random. I guess I just wasn't paying enough attention to the source of what I voted for, because I got 2 best collectibles, and I guess I just pressed the same one again.
Well, you
It
collected.
was really. It took me like, because I did really want a full set. That's why I did the research too. But it took me like 3 days of like, because sometimes like, I don't know if it was the congestion or like if it was people voting or what, but like I couldn't get through, and I did have some transactions.
Same for me.
Yeah, same thing happened.
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy, but
I bet,
Interesting.
because I was spending time on it and
yeah.
just like trying, but I was like, at least if I have 2, I'll feel okay selling one, especially
There
one
you go.
day.
You know what I was surprised at? It wasn't the lowest, but the second lowest was Cnft of the year. I thought that was gonna have the most. mints
Yeah,
for that
I didn't
one.
get that one actually. I got best digital art,
Mhm.
community driven, or long-term utility, and yeah. cool.
All right. Well, that award show is coming right up. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us, Valo.
Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing that,
good
Tyler.
night.
That was a mystery to me.
Just got to go mine
Oh,
some
yeah.
fiat tomorrow. So good luck with that, sir.
Don't
All right. Well, let's take a look at some more events. The event of all events, in fact, Shillomania
Oh,
Part
yeah.
2. Is it true? Or has there
Yeah,
already
there's
been
already
a
been one.
Shillomania?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, Part 2 then.
We are signed up. We
Yes,
signed up.
we're going to chill.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
hell
signed
yeah,
up
what are
twice?
shilling?
we signed up twice.
All right. Once for the news and once for Facility 7.
And everyone was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"We need to have a CNFT News halftime show."
And then
So
we might
maybe we
also be
also
doing a
we might
halftime
all
show.
do
I
a
don't know.
halftime report together or
Yeah.
something.
That's
But it's
Yeah,
really
I
cool
know.
because I love when people take something that is kind of thought of as a stereotypically not great thing or whatever, like shilling. People kind of have negative associations with it in some ways, at least. So it's really nice to have it become an event of creative expression, where it's done in a more interesting way. And it can be such a beautiful thing of someone expressing what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
The 24-hour spaces are so much fun too. I know they did one for talking about governance, and there's another one that was like another creator outside of CNFT space, but like the 24-hour spaces, I don't know why I just got stuck in them like all day. Like I don't know why.
That's pretty good. So do we know what time this begins?
Huh.
Shillomania?
No.
That'd be good information
So
to
this
find.
starts-
Oh, right, because we have. Well, is that this weekend parade?
There's
Yeah.
This
No, I
is
think it's
on
next weekend.
Saturday, right?
Well, it's on Saturday, but then of course so are the CNFT awards, and
Yeah.
Oh, true that.
so it's gonna. I just want to make sure that we're able to check everything out that we want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we find more information about that, that'd be cool. Nudes
Mhm.
has invited us to do some sort of halftime report or some. I have no idea. Probably
Yeah.
a lot of nonsense, some news, whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
We had yeah. We'll have stuff to talk about, like the award show and stuff.
Say again.
We will talk about that. What'd you say?
Oh, if we do like the halftime thing, we could talk about like the award show.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
true
that'd be
that.
great. Yeah, I'd love to.
Definitely.
Another event coming up here from the Occult Archives. Love them. Billy Martin.
Billy Martin.
Occult Archives are hosting their first derivative art contest. Oh. All artistic mediums are welcome.
That's what I like to
All
hear.
Mediums welcome.
Get it? Mediums, occult, all mediums welcome. Makes a lot of sense.
That's good. The only rule is it has to be related to the occult, the supernatural, or the paranormal. Winners will be chosen
Very
by
cool.
community vote. You can submit multiple entries. You don't have to be an Occult Archives holder to enter. All you have to do is enter it in their Discord. And if you win, you will get one Occult Archives NFT and one of their ID badges. And those are OGs only.
Yes, those are awesome.
So this contest begins a few days ago and ends in a week. A week from today.
Great thematic stuff. You definitely, I definitely want to see a bunch of art about the occult. That sounds so fun to watch when they're all in.
Yeah.
What's up, Shart?
Hey, Chart. Love to see you dropping by. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Now every time I see Shart, I think about what if. Like I just have the words "what if" attached to him now.
From what?
From his song.
Oh yes, that was a good one. Okay, another.
Oh snap!
Thing going on here. You know
Holy
about this,
crap.
Tyler? Aeonium Sky Treasure Hunt Trivia Night.
Yeah, I haven't looked into too much of it yet, but I heard if you know Aeonium Sky trivia, then you'll have good luck on a couple of rounds.
Oh,
you
man.
might be the one.
Oh man,
I'm definitely being there. I'm definitely there.
Well, tell us all about it.
Yeah. So, Aeonium Sky is celebrating the arrival of our Lord and Savior Jesus too, by
Number
hosting number two. Hosting the Treasure Hunt Trivia Night in Aeon's Discord.
Hell yeah.
The first Treasure Hunt Trivia Night will kick off on February 20th at 20 pretty much the
Midnight.
Oh,
midnight.
Yeah, more or less. Midnight UTC.
Yep, midnight UTC. Prizes available. There'll be prizes available over the 2 events.
Oh, this is one of the waitlist positions.
Yep.
And
So 50
eggs.
Yep.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Literally, holy shit!
I gotta say it, then they can't. They're not hearing it.
Sorry.
So 50, no worries. 50 Jesus. It is exciting. 50 Jesus 2 whitelist positions. Aeonium Sky credits, golden eggs, and other NFTs to mark the occasion. I'm expecting maybe some vault stuff because those things haven't been moving recently.
Yeah, because there were no eggs in the last drop, right?
The people who have eggs, they're just holding
They're
on
just
to them.
sitting on them.
They
Yeah.
don't want to do anything with them.
Yeah.
So the vault's just but yeah, you'll want to be up to date on the Midnight Gospel. Oh, okay. So you'll want to be up to date on the Midnight Gospel and Adventure Time series for lore. I'm assuming for trivia. And you also want to be familiar with the Aeon Block series and the general universe revolving around Aeon.
Damn, get that marble knowledge up.
Yeah. I'm wondering what kind of questions, like maybe like which block,
Which episode?
which block was the summit or something like that. I don't know. Was that like?
Well, I'm up on Adventure Time lore.
Was that?
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I've watched it a couple times. I'm ready.
We've watched.
All right, is it a team thing? Because if it is, we should. I'll binge like 3. I'll watch it 3 times. Midnight Gospel.
I'll binge Midnight Gospel again.
It's hard. That's a heavy one to binge too. You gotta be careful if you're gonna binge that.
Especially that last episode.
Got some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Well, this is very exciting. We love this. Aeonium Sky is great. Jesus 2 is great. It's all great.
It's about time that they should be.
So we're going to trot this dead horse out once again.
Yes.
And it is the Stella Art Contest.
Bring it out. Bring it out. We haven't
Get your bats,
what we needed to.
We're going to be beaten on this once again.
Yes, we are.
Here we go. CNFT News Art Contest.
You know you want to depict Stella.
Hey, Art, you're here, right?
Yeah.
You did the first one so good.
He was an art teacher.
So we want to see what Stella gets up to. And if you win, you come on the show with great honors. Also, there's probably some other prizes.
Yeah. There's also
Definitely
other
pulls
prizes.
from the nutsack.
NFTs.
I mean, all sorts of stuff. Who knows?
Something from our new thing.
I'll do a dance for you.
You
right?
Sign up. We'll definitely get even more excited about it and add more things to it as soon as we see the first submission.
Use the hashtag CNFT
definitely
Stella.
NFTs.
And this is the only thing on that hashtag right now. So we'll definitely
maybe we could actually give an ADA prize now. Let's do.
Oh yeah, we do have some ADA in the coffer.
30 ADA prize at least.
We can afford it. This last time we had to pay out of our own pockets.
Yeah. Now we have a little bit in there for these situations. Yeah. So there's a 30 ADA prize for first place, 20 ADA prize.
You heard it here.
20 ADA prize.
We're giving out 50 ADA now.
And also
the game has been
and
upped.
also maybe 1 or 2 NFTs for first place.
We'll get you some NFTs from the nut box too.
And definitely. 1 for
nut bag, sorry.
Nutsack.
Oh shit. I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah, you really are.
So I got one more.
Good.
Great.
It's a bit of an experiment. We're seeing how things go. But I forget if I talked about it on Monday. Let me share my screen. But any Cardano numbers holders.
Now you've done it.
Here we go.
Shout out Meepo, as always.
Yeah, shout out Meepo coming with the hotness.
So this idea actually came from Moon Patrol in the Cardano Numbers Discord, where we have our little ideas channel. And he had the idea of using Cardano numbers as a a raffle system, like the infrastructure for a raffle system, which is a really fun idea. Because I really want. It would be really cool if people started using Cardano numbers for other things. Like I don't want it to inherently have a utility. Like for this, I specifically wrote that this is a separate project built on top of Cardano numbers to kind of like inspire that. But basically, what 10K lucky numbers is like I said, it's a bit of an experiment. This is the first month we're doing it. We'll see how it goes. But basically the way it would work is a monthly Twitter space where we just hold a Twitter space. We have NFTs that we auction off to people, and the way we auction it off is by selecting a random number 1 through 10,000. We find the wallet that Cardano number is in, and then we send it to them. I'm hoping that the Twitter space goes well, because then next month we could incentivize people or projects donating stuff to be given away by having them like a spot in the Twitter space. I don't know. It's all an experiment.
It's almost like an airdrop lottery, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like
a community thing.
Yeah.
Like a fun little.
But it's such a surprise. Like that's the cool thing about it.
You don't even have to be aware that this is happening to win.
So yeah. So, like I said, the first one's happening at the end of the month. We have the first prize is this little future bot.
Woo!
So we got this little guy up for grabs, and I actually talked to Cardano Poppy too, and I think he'll be coming on to talk during the Twitter space.
All right.
And another one I threw on this rare piece right here.
Ooh, the rare. I want it.
Dude, it's so good.
Corn and friends.
Speaking of, I actually had a corn giveaway idea ready.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yes. Well, we have some things that we can give away from corn right now in the sack.
Hell yeah. Are we doing that?
Well, why don't we give away the other version, the non-rare version?
Oh yeah, true.
So very excited.
Get up in the non-rare version now. We're going to be holding this in the Discord. Now, it may not be automated, but that's where we're going to be doing the chat, because we have a lot of trouble with the that Twitter giveaway. That's right. Will was reminding me of that. Right. I don't remember what we're supposed to do with that. Does anyone remember?
I think he had a list of people who entered. I'll check the tweet. If it's top, we might have to vote. If not, I could do the spinny thing. Like I did for the guns, which I actually have to do too. Before the end of the show, the last one.
Yeah. All right. Last one. That's cool.
Oh my God, this corn video is so magical. Yeah, this corn gif. I mean, the gif of him dancing behind corn. I'm looking at right now on Discord. So are we? Can we do the giveaway now?
Yeah, I do just want to sum up the 10K lucky numbers and say.
Great.
I just want to say if anyone just keep an eye out if you hold any if you hold any Cardano numbers, you could follow this Twitter to keep up with what's being offered. And also if you have some, because I know there are a lot of people who have like big stacks. Consider like if you have a friend, like just give them one. Give them a chance to win a giveaway or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like spread them out a little. I know we are listed.
Yeah, good idea.
We are verified on JPEG Store and Cnft.io. The prices there aren't too many listings yet, so the prices are pretty high. I don't think any have sold yet.
Really? That's funny.
Like 28, which is usually like they're like 8, like the floor. Usually like as low as they could be.
Just means that people want to keep them.
Exactly.
I got some numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep them. I'm going to give them away or win raffles with them. That's my plan.
I'll give one to a special friend.
See, I feel a little guilty saying that because all my numbers are in 31 weeks, so they're all my never sell, and I can't part with them. But what I'm thinking of doing is, if this continues, which I mean I hope it does, it's like simple enough. You just draw a number and send it. But what I'm planning is like just to do a spreadsheet of the ones that I have, and then I can like assign. Well, mine will be 109. So like if 109 is ever called, then I will take it. But any others, I'll either assign numbers that I hold to people who I know who don't have NFTs to get them into it. And then if it
That's
doesn't
perfect.
hit,
Yeah.
I'll just throw it back into the next month. I don't know.
That's so cool.
fortunate about
That's so
Yeah.
cool. That's a method of getting people into, like, you know, they win something and now they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
It's
think
a
it would be cool
sign.
too. Like I'll send like I don't know, like my mom, for instance, like she doesn't want any NFTs. They could be like, Mom, pick a random number out of this list of numbers, and then that's your lucky number. And if you get it,
Yeah.
send me an NFT.
so true. Anybody wants to be part of a lottery, why not?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
cool.
We've got this other giveaway. So this was from the Arena Phoenix news traits thing. We had a giveaway that we were doing on Twitter, and we asked anybody who had an Arena Phoenix NFT that included one of the news traits.
Oh yeah, like
we had
mug
Scott Chestnut
or
hair, we had the
newspaper.
news mug, and the newspaper, exactly. And I'm trying to find a link to that tweet so we can show that off. But okay, here we go. And a lot of people did mint those, and a lot of people shared them. And so we have a wheel of names.
That's
set up.
oh, right.
I got it. I'm ready. I
Oh,
figured it
yeah?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to show this off. This is the idealized one. This was never minted. This is just
Perfect
a very
angel,
pretty
Scott.
picture
Yeah.
of what could have been.
Yeah.
Instead of this one,
Dystopian.
we have the real one that was minted, and Will managed to snag this
Great
for a good
job,
price.
Will. That was amazing.
This is the real one that we actually
we're
have.
not giving this
Oh
away,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
This
No,
is
I mean it's
staying.
perfect.
Okay.
It's even
Yeah.
more perfect. It's got the beard.
I'm just taunting them with
discrepancy.
this. This is just,
Yeah.
this is what we have.
Mhm.
No, but we're very excited to offer a poll from the PNS Nutsack to the lucky winner here. Of
And I also have one.
this
too, after.
thing. Yes, we have lots of giveaways today. So these are all the folks who pulled one and showed us what they got, and let's see who wins. So round and round we go.
Spin to win. Ooh.
Al Cardano NFT.
Yeah.
We have a winner. All right. Very glad to have you.
Great job.
We will
You
reach
are a
out to you
winner.
on Twitter, and
You about to get that Phoenix
we're
Arena.
gonna get you something out of this nutsack.
Or as Scott might say, that League of Legends.
Well, we don't have an arena to give out. We do have, however, a nutsack full of stuff. So we'll give you something out of there. Congratulations! Thank you for entering.
Oh, right. Okay. I
And
see.
we'll
pull
also
from the
follow
nutsack.
you from the news account because we got to follow winners. We
Damn
follow the
right.
winners. We like a lot of winners. If you lose, we might
That's
unfollow
only
you.
Scott's mentality. We love you. Some of us love you unconditionally.
Some of us.
And that's how you get hacked, boys and girls.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm very glad that we remembered to do that.
So I have a giveaway that I like to call The Corn is Right.
The corn is ripe
Ooh, I like
Right.
or ripe.
It's also right, but it's also right. So it's going to be in the Discord, and it's going to be a Price is Right style question about corn.
Are people able to write in the Discord chat or in the giveaway channel, or should we do this in general?
I mean, we usually do it in the live stream.
We
But
can
do you
use
think
it.
it
We
was
can't
gonna
do
be
it
in
in the
Discord?
live stream though.
Oh,
You don't wanna do
right.
Discord?
No, never mind. I forgot. Yes, sorry. No, we're going to do it on the stream.
Oh,
no,
not
no. We shouldn't because we're split between different.
That's a really good point.
Good point.
We're going to
Yes,
Discord.
Yes. Okay, so they can chat.
Come
They
to the
can talk
general
in there.
chat. Get ready for a giveaway.
Get ready.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Get ratty.
Get
I
ready.
hope you're all ratty because it's happening in general chat on Discord. I've just added people who are signed in here.
At here.
So please answer this question. The first correct answer will win
That
the with
corn
faces,
with faces.
corn, not the rare one. You got to come to the Twitter space to win that one.
Yes.
Or you gotta hold. You don't have to come to the Twitter space. You just gotta hold a Cardano number.
Oh, okay.
Well, you should come to the Twitter
yeah,
space.
yes,
you should come to the Twitter space.
Okay,
Agreed.
good point though. Thank you.
Yes. So the question is, and the answer will be judged according to Price is Right style rules. There is so I want to know what the average number of individual kernels in a 16-row cob of corn is.
A 16-row cob?
Mm-hmm. There's always
Is
an
that
even
normal?
number.
Is it the
There's an
normal?
even number of rows in every cob of corn, and the average number of kernels
Corn science.
in a 16-row cob is blank.
Now guess this without going over, and please don't Google it, friends. I know that you could,
Yeah,
but
but
let's
you could
just
still
not,
win without
you
it
know?
easily. You just give a number. So
Here we go. Someone's typing. It's my mom. My mom has placed a guess, and so far she's the closest because no one else has
That's
guessed.
very
So
true.
technically, we've got a winner right
we
now.
do. That's
But
right.
if anyone wants to join in, I know we're asking you to go to a whole nother place, the Discord. But
And you know,
such
but all
is
you gotta
life.
do is type
C'est la
in
vie.
CNFT news, and there it is.
We got another guess from Sean, which may even be closer.
We're gonna see.
Maybe. Without going over. Wolf Bless also has guessed. And I think we just have to call it unless someone else will give you a minute for a last minute guesses.
Yes.
But it's going to Sean right now, TBH.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's official. The horn has blown.
The answer was, of course, 800.
800 is the answer. G-Sean guessed 700, thus making
Lucky
him
seven.
the closest
Lucky
without
seven.
going
Look
over.
at you.
Wolf
Yeah.
Bless was equally close, but he was higher than at
Very
900.
good job all around.
Thank you all for participating. G-Sean, you were the winner.
I think, I don't know, man. I probably would have guessed too far under, I think. But actually, a 16-row cob is.
I want some
I would
corn.
have guessed over.
I know.
I'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd eat it.
It
Like
seems like
corn.
a lot.
16-row cob, I probably would have guessed over. Definitely, yeah.
Very close. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, we did some giveaways today. How cool. Just like we said we would.
Just like we said.
It's all happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It's
Goose.
happening.
We're really taking some time today.
Yeah.
Let's get to the hot topic.
It's cool.
I came in today and I was like, I'm going to stay on schedule. We're going to finish early.
We had a lot of guests today.
It's not good.
We had a lot of guests.
No, it's all good. Let's see hot topics. And
Yeah, we got
Okay.
some spicy meatballs this week.
Tyler, I need your
Meatless
Android
meatballs.
finger.
Right.
Thank you, NetJack Stealth, Eric.
Today's hot topics brought to you by Cardania, the
The power of
raddest
radness.
destination in the metaverse.
It's true.
And this lamp changes colors.
It's even cooler at night.
Oh my
You
God,
can-
it's so
you can
beautiful at
see
night. It is so
See
beautiful
the
at night.
colors are changing.
Much like the Cardania landscape on that big sea in that 3D. It's so pretty in the dark, you know, it's got those dark and pastels coming together.
So please check out the Cardania Rad Token
And check out
Sale.
Marble Races every Friday night
That's
at
the
10
other event.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Well, it might be day for some of us, but
Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk about that during the event section,
Mhm.
but since we're sponsored, and after all, this
it's a
is
huge part of Cardania.
this is part of the stream from last week's marble race,
Mhm.
and this is what it is. You just join. You have no control over your marble. You just kind of get to watch it get destroyed by lasers or whatever else might be happening here, while you listen to yours truly, as well as Alyssa and Chris of Cardania, just kind of talking about everything and nothing.
And while you can't control your marble, you can control your part of the conversation. And it's always a very fun and funny conversation with everyone.
Yeah, the chat's always very active. And this happens every week. It's, I don't know, the longest running continual community event on Cardano.
It totally is.
Maybe, probably.
It definitely,
Probably,
like, besides anything official or something.
It's been happening for how many weeks now? Not quite 31, but
Yeah.
it is-
Well, I mean, the marble
when it
was
is-
there from the beginning, I don't think.
When it is 31 weeks, I'll give a bunch to Chris to.
that's true.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
I think we're at,
It's
like,
about a month
20
away. I think we're at 26.
26.
No, we just did 27
Yeah,
last
we're in
week.
the high 20s.
Yeah, it was the rock
Damn,
star.
so
We're
it's
getting
okay. So it's coming up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
So the races are great, but they're not really the point. Okay, the point is community, chilling out, and maybe winning.
And you get
some
good
NFTs.
chances of winning. Yeah.
I like this one. It really just narrows it down. And this had a very high elimination rate. Up in the 90s. You can see there's only 6 people left in the game. And since we're almost at the end, let's just finish it off.
So are you guys more
Shaman's
fan
Aiden.
of the long races or the shorter races?
I like to mix them up. I
A
mean,
mix is probably
I
good.
think the shorter ones are better as a default, but then it's good to have the long ones sometimes.
I love the long ones. I probably shouldn't because I know it's so late. I always complain about how late Marbles is, but like I don't know if you guys ever see me in chat. I'm like always ! Long race.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep that in
You
mind.
can actually
for,
get an
for
appreciation
tomorrow.
when they're the long races of what's happening,
Yeah,
whereas it goes by too fast to have any understanding otherwise.
All right, in our continuation of this show, Hot Topics, we're talking about Cardano Buzz. And now we talked about this topic at length yesterday during our Twitter space around the water cooler.
We have to read the amazing headline Will had for this. Cardano Buzz. And now for my next trick, I'll disappear.
So
Will with the headline.
Cardano Buzz was in charge of the marketing for Pavia. Maybe.
And he not
probably.
only.
That's certainly what Pavia says anyways.
Yeah, right.
And not only left the project, but left the Cardano community and social media in general, as far as we know.
And as people have said, is probably watching from something.
And has changed his name to Cardano Fuzz or something.
Yeah.
It's just kind of watching that. Yeah.
Someone brought who was it? I think it was Cardano Robin brought up that it could be someone else in the community who like someone else everyone knows, and like I do feel like that's true. I feel like that's what it'll come out to be. Like obviously it's not me, but like if it like what like that's what I mean. Like it could be like someone who's like already like very active in the community.
Did people know what he looked like?
I don't think people knew anything. I don't think
because I thought he was like a YouTube something.
That is true. He did have the YouTube.
Well, let me continue here. This came after this news or this event, this leaving occurred after Pavia acquired Cardano Kids, another project Buzz was involved in, and after Pavia completed their last land sale, immediately after, actually, which leaves a bad taste. The community wants Pavia to be more vocal and open with updates on the project.
Which they
and
should.
For God's sake, there's no reason they shouldn't.
I know, as Vincent was saying.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. Sorry, this is a hot topic. But
I was going off.
Wait, hold on. Play it.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That was the wrong one. Well, that's what we got.
It's right there. It's right there.
Do you want me to play?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our theme song for
anytime Tyler goes off.
You turned into an angry and unreasonable piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, damn, I completely lost. Oh no. About like projects, like anonymous projects versus projects that are very open with what they're doing. Like, you wouldn't expect like people get mad at COD when they put out a game that does work, and you know what I mean. Like like Call of Duty and like all these video games that like will put out like pre-releases and stuff. No one gives it seems like up until now, no one really cared about Pavia not talking about what they're doing. Like, who are they? What have they done? What have they done with the money? No one can answer that as far as I know.
And that's so wrong in this community where we're trying to change that.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Pavia is a rug, but like, if they're doing stuff, why not like make it vocal? Like I do stuff in my art, I post it on Twitter. You guys do stuff with Facility 7, you guys like talk about it. Like if they're doing something, there's no reason why they shouldn't be talking about it.
If they're doing something.
Exactly. The only case where I could kind of argue for it is with Cardano City, which I know is another like don't really know how to talk about it yet, but like Pavia is not like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, exactly.
Cardano City.
Yeah.
At least it looked like
there were a lot of things with Cardano City that showed something, real happening.
Yeah.
Of course, technically, Pavia has this utility of you can go to their map and put your little picture on there and all that. But
Yeah.
You can do
That
that
it?
with
yeah, Cardano Space.
Cardano
And they
Space.
did it a long
Yeah.
time ago.
I guess the issue is with everything that's good about Pavia, everything that could potentially combat that is all just words, because it's like collabs that haven't.
And not even words from them. And
Right.
another thing on the topic of collabs, and again, I'm not trying to flood Pavia. I'm just
We have to be
stating
able to
facts, I
talk
think.
critically about it.
Yeah,
Without
but
calling
like
it anyway.
the one argument that everyone's using for Pavia is, oh, Beyond Rockets is working with them.
Mhm.
Oh, Cardano Forms is working with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also working with someone for something in Pavia that, like, it's a pretty major project, and like
Mhm.
we're doing our research. We talked to Beyond Rockets and stuff, and like as far as I know, the only information they have for partnership is just a single PDF of basic information that any 3D modeler or artist would know to get an asset into a game. And like,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
not partner. Yeah.
if you're when you're connecting with someone or collaborating, like there should be some like welcoming. I mean, I don't know, human
not
connection.
even that.
I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense that they put out a PDF. I'm not saying that that's the bad thing. I'm just
Yeah.
saying those partnerships aren't really partnerships. They're artists who are making stuff for a project. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe the Cardano Forms thing is a little different because they had that whole like render and stuff, but like they're not.
We just don't know enough yet.
Yeah.
Like we don't know enough to
And-
to be like fully confident.
Yeah.
I prefer to know more. I prefer that people who have a lot of money or who take, the money has come from the people and
Exactly.
gone to this centralized entity,
Mhm.
and it is being as closed off as any government.
Yeah,
or
exactly. Exactly.
whatever. I mean,
More
it's
closed
so-
off than anything we have. Like, imagine if people, like I said in the beginning, people get mad at like video game companies when they do a pre-release, but they have the video game. They have a team that's huge. Like, what team does Pavia have? They have nothing. And again, I'm not trying to flood Pavia. I literally bought a Pavia right before all this happened, and I'm not selling it. I'm not planning on selling it right now.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why they shouldn't be coming out with like at least one tweet a week. Oh, we're working on this. Oh, we completed this. Oh, we're planning on this. Blah,
supposedly Buzz was the marketing guy. Like, shouldn't there have been some sort of communication about what was happening from him? Like,
and that
is that not what?
I mean, yeah.
Is he just hype, or is he like sharing?
Even crazier thing, the only people we are, sorry to cut you off.
No, I just, it's like that.
The only people we do hear from is the mods in the server, which they're not even getting paid, according, I forget who said it in our Twitter space.
Yeah,
we confirmed it with them that they're not getting paid. But that's literally the only people you can't find in a Twitter account that says, "Oh, I'm on the Pavia team." As far as I know, there's no person, there's no account, there's no nothing where you can, hey, this person is on Pavia now that Cardano Buzz is gone. So
there should be at least one person like that.
Like how
on a whole team with something like, because we were talking in the space about how there's a difference between someone creating art and having that being, okay, this is my art, this is the message I'm putting out there, you get the art, it's done, I have the thing I wanted from you, that expression. But when there is something like a world that you're supposed to be able to live in, it's like a whole different thing.
Sorry, one other point that I think is super important. Someone brought it up in the Twitter space the other day. Andrew from Crypto Nitties, like, he's doing a lot with 3D. He has the whole game he's working on, or whatever it is. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but like, he's very knowledgeable with all that stuff with 3D.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one I go to if I have a question. I hit up him, and like, he's always tweeting about and like saying how difficult it is to like just make things work, and like he's very transparent about the road he's on to make this possible, and he's not even doing anything close to the scale of Pavia, or like nothing even close to that, and like we know nothing. Pavia doesn't say anything. We don't know who's behind it. We don't know anything, and it's just like it blows my mind because it must be millions of ADA now that they've earned through land drops. I'm assuming, especially with royalties.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If they have royalties on those things, you know it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, and what do we have to show for it? We have nothing. We have little fucking Minecraft squares. I mean, again, not footing Pavia, but they really need to step up their game.
Yeah. We need to be asking these questions and not have any kind of bad stigma for asking these questions, because that is where we want to be. We don't want to be in a place where no one's asking questions about things that are setting bad precedents forever. And the fact that, you know, man, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's just like, we don't want people to not know, like, we want to know where people are spending money for this stuff. Like, it should be a thing that people talk about how money was spent if there is something like this. Promise.
I do want to say one last thing. I think with all, maybe investing is one thing, like investing into a project, you don't know, but a lot of the Cardano community, NFT community, has put a lot of eggs into the Pavia basket. Like, there are whole projects who their entire plan is to make things for Pavia or make things with Pavia, and all and like there's a bunch of them, and there's like Beyond Rockets doing stuff. We're working on stuff like if Pavia does turn out to be a rug pull, which, I mean, literally nothing's stopping them right now. It could already be pulled.
Yeah, we wouldn't even.
Cardano Buzz could have been the pull.
They could just.
Yeah.
Like, it could be rug pulled right now. But that would like hurt our community so bad, because like all these people. It's crazy it's even happening, because all these people are. I mean, I'm one of them. But like building something for something that doesn't exist and hasn't even been proved, or nothing. Like nothing. Like I said, Minecraft squares. Sorry.
I want to show a little bit about
I had to go
Buzz leaving. So one of Buzz's very last tweets, I mean, this is kind of important because it just kind of shows the character, perhaps, of what's happening here. So this was days ago.
Oh, my God.
5 days ago, in fact. I know it can be controversial at times. Well, most of the time, no one's arguing that. And on occasion, I tweet complete BS. Interesting. But I'm telling you now, if I wasn't here, you'd miss me, Cardano friends. P.S. I often wonder why I'm still here instead of taking a very early retirement. Guess because I missed you too. So this written by someone who presumably knew that within days his contractual obligations
it's almost
would
like
be fulfilled.
Taunting or something.
Yeah,
like, is he?
So this is very disingenuous to me.
I can almost guarantee that it's someone in the community, someone like someone people know in the community, just because of like.
I don't get why they would leave to be there as another person, though.
I don't get why they. Their responsibilities are cut off if no one even knows that they were involved.
Of course,
they're just chilling
and
out.
Like let's say like
perhaps.
Like, for instance, I might get this wrong, but like let's say Cardano Buzz started Pavia and Cardano Kids. Like, look at how much sense does it make for him to sell Cardano Kids to Pavia? And I don't know. I'm getting a little contra.
Like contrarian, like.
No, like. Fuck, I can't think of the word. Like maybe like stuff that isn't confirmed.
Speculative. Yeah.
Well, here's something interesting from the mods of the Pavia Discord and from our good friend Cardano Robin. Thank you for providing. Some of you may have heard that Cardano Buzz has deleted his Twitter and other stuff! ! This is true! ! Cardano Buzz has left the Cardano community. He has fulfilled his contractual obligation, and as such, Pavia will have a new marketing hire starting on Monday! !
This is exciting.
It seems very cheerful.
It seems like it's not trying to genuinely.
Manic almost.
Seems like it's not trying to genuinely express the situation.
But again, just poorly handled at best.
Yeah.
We can at least say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Certainly accurate. We don't know the rest of it.
And then the fact that, like, I forget who it was, but like a week before, someone was trying to talk about how dependable or something Cardano Buzz was, like, just basically giving
like
an endorsement right before that. And yeah, it just feels it feels awfully political to me, a lot of it. And I'm just like,
we had a lot of discussion about this. You can still find the recording of that Twitter space on our Twitter account, on the CNFT News Twitter account. Lots to talk about, lots of fun stuff. Let's move on to a rug pull by Ada Chicks. It's true. Now, Will writes that he's not too. I'm going to pop this up. It's funny because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm still going to pop
but
it
you
up.
can still see it not existing.
He writes, I'm not too familiar with this project, but we did hear this was a rug pull. Looked into a bit, and there were 2 drops, the Ada Chicks and then the Ada Chicks Alpha. And Cruising for Drama in our Discord was keeping us appraised of this situation, so thank you very much. And yes, they minted, they created a collection, and they vanished. And here's a little bit of those chicks. And, you know, the art is what it is. This doesn't jump out at me as anything revolutionary or overly exciting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to, does it?
No.
It's just.
I will say the art is better than other projects that I expect to be rug pulls.
Certainly.
Which just says a lot about
it does.
For real.
Very interesting.
Blizz Effect has a hot take on this.
Nice.
Tyler, why don't you read this because you're unreasonable. Like,
yes.
No, I'm kidding, but please.
No, this is very true.
So Blizz writes, I'm sorry, but Pavia developers have zero idea about the tech required for a metaverse. And you got, and the guys from Crypto Nitties, NFT Maker, and every other project with a nice dev can tell you the same. Which is true. I mean, so you know what's going to happen? My prediction is that they'll come out with some cheap little thing they drew up in Unreal or what's the other one? I forget the name.
I only know
one of those game engines.
Yeah, and like literally, me and Smitty were doing that like 3 years ago in our dorm room just for fun. Like that's exactly what they're gonna do, and like
a quick shortcut solution that looks fancy enough, but it's like fancy on the out. It's like a drum, fancy on the outside, hollow on the inside.
I like that. I've never heard that. But exactly. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. And like, I mean, I don't know.
Speculation alert.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, right? We could do that. Yeah. It sounds like it. It does sound like it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move to the next thing, though.
All right. Let's talk about FUD Buddies experience some actual FUD. And I would like to move that we take away the word FUD from, I don't know. I feel like we don't need to say that everything is FUD, but it's so hard not to because it does get immediately labeled that. So let's try to take that back. But anyway, FUD Buddies experienced some actual FUD. Poetic. FUD Buddies received some accusations of stolen artwork from Ophelia, the artist behind an Ethereum project named Sprite Club. They also received criticism for how they handled the accusation. The artist, Lewis, addressed the issue in a thread. Read the thread for the full breakdown. Let's see.
Yes, so there's a thread here, which I guess I'll just pop this link in the chat if you guys want to read it. It is quite long.
Yeah.
But he kind of goes into it from of course, reading. From one perspective. But there's more going on here. I mean, it's important that these discussions take place because let's be honest, people are copying art, straight up copying art. I'm not saying that this is the case in this case. Right. I don't really know. I've read through the thread and he made some points himself, but that seemed pretty good. Just that a lot of the stylistic choices were prevalent in a lot of places, not just NFTs, but like the squiggly eyeballs and such. Those are out there. So even though they may feel iconic to one project, it may not be as iconic. Of course, then we have Boss Cat Rocket, who are just getting free vector art and selling it for, ridiculous amounts of money. So, that's not necessarily wrong, but it's important for you to be aware of.
You call it free vector art. I don't know. I see it for like 8,000 ADA. So.
That's right.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
not vector anymore. Also, you can't get it. It's actually just pixels now, which is arguably lower quality.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
But
true.
I'm just saying. But then on the other hand, we have seen people directly copy exactly the same art, copy and paste it from Ethereum onto Cardano. So
it's
there's
good to
copying
be in the
happening.
air discussing.
Yeah, so this is definitely worth the read. And oh, look, Bosscat Rocket Club is next. And they're being issued a warning from OpenCNFT for wash trading. Let's take a look.
That's the first time they've ever issued a warning to someone. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Baron from OpenCNFT issues a warning to BCRC in a tweet. You want to take this?
Yeah, sure. So he says, new day, new washing wallet appears from BCRC again. Can't stand this anymore. At Bosscat RC Sales. If you can't play fair and have to cheat so often, I'm going to call you out from at OpenCNFT's account. Also, we won't accept your advertising requests anymore. We were patient.
Yo, can I say something? You guys are just against Bosscat Rocket Club because you didn't buy any. Or I forget their argument. Sorry. But
I'm not against Bosscat Rocket Club. I'm against wash trading.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? Right? That's all I'm against.
Totally.
If they are wash trading, then there's an issue.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not with
I can forgive free vector art. I mean, it's free. Yeah. Let's be honest. Technically, no wrongdoing. But passing it off as your own, if they were trying to do that, I'm not saying they were, but this wash trading thing, and we have seen this come up from Crypto Heaps, who is a excellent investigative journalist and correspondent to the news team, and who was co-hosting the space yesterday, Twitter space.
Always so.
And we did speak a little bit about this, so very cool that people are calling people out on this, because the only people with any real power here are the people who run these large either websites or marketplaces.
Yeah. Well, we all do.
Yeah, it's us too.
It is, but here's the thing: these projects bring in new people who have no idea what the community is here. That's fine, more or less. But it means that the sheer numbers of Moon Boys coming in can drown out the voices of people like us, and maybe it does mean that. Maybe it means it starts with us, and then the big boys hear it and they do something.
What it means is that it still matters so much what we're saying and doing, but to really make even bigger definitive waves, you've got to have a twofold solution. You know, we've got to be like supporting each other in that. So
definitely.
Well, we can't go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But
good to know. Good to know.
Okay, so for the final piece of hot topic, well, we were going to do this stake pool highlight, but I think we're sticking with Ginger Pool today.
Yes,
we had her on, so if you want to support what she's doing, stake to Ginger. I know that the majority of Ginger Pool stake comes from the IOG delegation. She's got a very large, multi-million-dollar IOG stake, and those don't last forever.
Yeah, true that.
So it's working really well right now, but you know, she's doing good work for the community and introducing this. NFTs in general and art NFTs specifically to a wider academic community that it would be harder for us to reach. I know Andrew, of course, is also doing that with Crypto Nitties, but
all going down in England.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. So Europe.
I do want to say too, I mean, we already talked about Smog Pool earlier. Like, if anyone in here is delegated to a pool, like you should have a reason, because like a year ago, there was only one. It was just ROA, like the returns that you got. But now, like every stake pool has like extra benefits on top of the ROA. Like Smog with the IPFS pinning, Sale does the giveaway NFTs. Ginger is like doing all this stuff in academia. Arcano, you can get the Arta coins, which the supply for that is pretty low. There's all these stake pools. And a lot of them are like, I'm in 3 stake pools right now, and I'm in all 3 of those for very specific reasons. And I feel like it might be hard to like learn the good reasons, but there's a lot of utility being offered.
I wanted to make sure I was definitely in at least one mission sort of stake pool And then another one I'm in for art, like specifically, and yeah.
Jacob Deegan, the Easy CNFT was one of my first. Yeah, what's up, Jacob?
Save the bees. What up, Jacob? All right.
Very cool.
So we're going on to our drop section. Last section, got some hot drops to talk about here. And we're going to drop them like they're
it's hot.
All right. Now
let's cook them up.
We're going to take a look at tactical. Oh.
Well, actually, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that's actually right there, just so you know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I was just making a note.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do Cardano Kitchen,
and then in the kitchen are being cooked some potatoes because it's hot in the Drop It Like It's Hot section.
Tyler, you're getting a little mic volume info there. I have you turned up as loud as I can on my end for the broadcast. I don't know if you have some settings there that you could adjust.
I don't have any settings on Melon. I might have to do it on my computer. I might have to look.
All right, that'll probably have to wait till next stream.
Thank you, Connor.
We appreciate the.
We always want AV feedback.
We don't know what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, except for when we go back and watch it sometimes.
Okay, so Cardano Kitchen. Cardano Kitchen has revealed a lot of interesting things here. Let me pop some of this up. So this is how to cook. This is not
the other Cardano Kitchen.
Exactly, it's very different.
Yeah.
Here we go. So check this out. How to cook. This is how you mint. We'll just watch this little vid here. There it is. Choose your dish. 55 dishes available. Then you got to cook it. And using your hands, I guess. You better wash those paws, Bear. And then the dish is cooked. And look at that. You could have a napkin or you could wipe your mouth with $100 bills.
Wow. Very nice.
Oh, man. That's cool. I love these little animations they've got.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They revealed also their second third of the Cardano Kitchen estate on Pavia. Apparently they have an estate and they're trying to turn it into something
fancy
exciting.
Restaurant.
I was trying to find that video. I thought it was right there. Well, it's out there. We talked about that. So you take a look at the menu, find out what ingredients are necessary for the dishes, and then you cook them. And those dishes are open today. Actually, the drop has begun. Yeah, it began before this show
38
started.
each.
And Cardano Kitchen has sent me. Okay, that was the cooking process video. I want to make sure that I'm following all the stuff that they wanted us to show off. Here we go. Let me show you the website.
Damn, this is so cool.
Okay, here we go. Click to open. See what happens.
Let's get them doors open.
So no options. So you have to connect a wallet. You need to get the ingredients. Then you got to cook them all up. It's pretty interesting. I don't have a wallet connected, so I can't interact with this site, but it's there and it's happening. The ingredients are minting at this moment. There are 3,000 or so remaining, 30 ADA apiece. And I do have a couple of
cool
things.
video.
I'm just going to show the Discord because I don't know how to get it off of the Discord.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And you'll be able to see it all.
All right,
together.
let me pop this up. So
Gong.
got a nice little animation here. Pan is the name of the cook. And we did see all the ingredients minted. So you do have to go to kitchen.buffybot.io and then you go to their website to interact to actually cook those ingredients, which I think is a very interesting take.
Oh, damn. This is the Pavia thing,
Here's their Pavia design. I mean, if Pavia does allow you to do this kind of stuff, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
But we have no reason to think that they will, or that they won't.
Right.
Or that they will.
Well, yeah.
They're kind of saying that they will, but they've also said other things that maybe weren't.
And
as
they're also not saying anything at all, so keep that in mind.
And it's important to know that not communicating is communication. Like not saying something is a powerful message as well. Like you can't just say, oh, well, when they do communicate it's good or something, like it's all taken
But not
in.
to take away from
to it.
Cardano Kitchen, which is
Right.
just it all
Totally.
seems very good. They're doing what they said
Very
they're going to
cool.
do. Very
Which,
cool.
you
Make
know
new
what,
ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to FUD any of these other projects going off of Pop yet. The way that I understand it, any of these models and stuff, like if there's another
It'll still work.
another metaverse could utilize them.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
That's very good to know.
It's still going to be great.
And then here's some final dishes cooked. Beautiful. Pumpkin pie. All it needs is eggs and pumpkin. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I know. We
should
can't
not
look
be
at
looking at this right now.
No.
We've seen enough. Appreciate it, but I'm too hungry. I mean, what can I do?
And it looks too good.
And now, of course, we're going to tactical potatoes,
And
which
we
is
love
just another
potatoes.
food thing.
Exactly.
Making me hungry, potato.
Pretty awesome right now. Tactical potatoes. If you are in the Fahad 100, you will be receiving a call to arms by the Sam Potato.
Yeah, very cool. So here's some info. Each potato has a unique name that also mentions its rank, e.g. Colonel Mustard. Each potato is 4,000 pixels on an edge, very large, real ray tracing rendered. This is an inclusive drop. Some potatoes don't have mustaches. Of course, girls can also have mustaches, as the team states. So either way, you're covered there. The price is low. It's 12 ADA a piece. Very cool. They're always doing giveaways in their Discord server, NFTs, ADA, and Husky tokens. And their main target is to make people laugh and to be a part of the community.
We like that. We like that goal.
And I was sent a number of sneak peeks here from the lovely Cardano Robin, which I will show you. So
I like the way these
spend a lot of time in
backgrounds
Discord.
are happening. I like the unique shape of some of them.
FBA, nice. There's that Uncle Sam potato.
Look at that texture on the hat.
These
That's
are good.
cool.
Now let's pop one of these up. This one's got a grenade. And take a look at the
Damn.
4K nature of this, because that's an important part of what they're doing. It's very large. I was asked to zoom in, and so I shall. Here we are, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Wow.
All the way up in
Literal
there.
boom.
Uh-huh. You can see that this gun, maybe not as
Very
as
detailed.
as Tyler's guns, but maybe that's a good thing. That would have taken a really long time.
Yeah. For one aspect.
Ooh. The very solid unibrow and et cetera. Very
He knows
cool.
what he's doing.
Oh, man. Okay, so this drop is happening in 2 days at 4 p.m.
Whoa.
UTC.
On award day.
Come right up. Yeah, Saturday.
At 4 p.m. GC.
Cardano,
You know,
Anderson,
now, Connor, we know how you would answer the question. What is your favorite preparation? Actually, you should answer that question. What is your favorite preparation for a potato?
Yeah.
Seems like today it's hash browns.
If it's hash browns, we'll take it.
I'll say hash browns.
You're going to go with hash browns?
I definitely choose hash browns.
I could feel that.
Hash browns are good.
Or
I think I have to go with fries.
I like
potato
a
I mean,
skins count,
no.
or
I haven't had one of those for a while.
What'd you say?
would potato skins count? Because those have like other things.
Just
in
the
it.
skin?
Yeah, yeah.
Or just
loaded, like the
Yeah.
loaded ones with like the scoop and
loaded
then all the
count?
stuff
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there. That's
totally.
good too. Yeah.
Sure.
Why are we talking about this?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Let's talk about goats. I have no interest in eating a goat, so let's just get right
We'll
there.
go there.
People
This
eat goats,
is
though, right?
secret goats. I need a secret goat. No, I'm kidding. But this is very interesting. Their website is pretty awesome. So
Holy
check this
cow.
out.
Cool.
Here it is. It says, well, I can't repeat that.
No,
but at the
that's a
top right, it
press.
has a very specific thing that it says. And we knock on it.
Wow.
And I'm a little intimidated, so I'm going to say that.
Ah!
No, we can't.
I'm here for the secret goats.
What's the password? Do we actually know? Is it?
I'm pretty.
Oh, we didn't get in.
Damn it.
All right, what's the password, Tyler? You know it.
I can get it.
Is it LFGOAT?
No, it's
Ah! He said, "Don't play with me."
Oh man.
I'm not sure if I can find it.
Goats
I'm not sure if I should say
rule.
it.
No, you spelled it wrong.
Oh yeah, I gotta spell it right. Goats rule.
Oh no.
Beat it. Well, we
I-
can't actually look at this page. Sorry, guys.
I can show that I actually have one of them waiting for a transaction to go through.
Oh, nice.
at least this is what it looks like for me. It's not. I can't go back to the previous page, but it's basically like the first page, and then you just have a couple options up here to mint, or you can like interact with it. It's nothing really crazy yet.
That's pretty fun.
That's cute.
I like it. But what is?
Oops. Yeah. So
by the way, okay. Tell us about it.
The Secret Goat Society is a community created project, separate from the OG Ada Goats Goat Tribe team, and it's an investment club that leverages the collective mind of the holder. It's a DAO, but they're using the collective minds of the holders to find returns. Blah blah. All
right, let's pop this up.
Other one, it basically is a DAO, similar to Rat's DAO and stuff.
Cool.
So you want to join the society?
All right, we can't play that for fear of copyright strikes, but we will look at it.
Wow.
Public Mint. SGS. Reminds me of SGC, which stands for Stargate Command. And that's a lot closer to my heart than goats. Just if someone made a Stargate NFT, I would buy it.
With animals instead of Samantha Carter. And
not to take away from the Goat Society.
Yeah.
SGS.
It's
Secret
cool.
Goats. All right. So
I like how it
very nice. And they have this cool graphic for the mint, for the public mint giveaway. I wonder if I can get that up.
Oh right.
Yeah. Oh good, it's on their Twitter. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this thing, because this is pretty cool. So as they're going through their mint, as they reach different milestones and selling out, they will be they'll be doing some stuff. They'll be dropping some eggs, dropping some goat tribes, some angel baby hit squads, and finally a space bud. Imagine that.
There's been a lot of egg talk today, and can we just say, was Blitzeffect the first egg on Cardano?
Yeah.
Good question.
I think so.
Yeah, it had to be. There couldn't have been anyone before.
No, I know, exactly.
That's where eggs, I think so. Blizz, he's in the audience.
I know. That's
what do you think, Blizz? You know the answer to that?
I'm pretty positive. How could it not be?
All right, another drop. Talking about Moonimals, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Big Bang.
Check out these Moonimals. It's coming out. Coming soon.
Moonimals is another project featured on JPEG Store's Launchpad. The Moonimals are intelligent animals that were sent to the moon on a mission to explore its surface. The Big Bang collection is a collection of 5,555. That's the new thing, like for a while now, is those single number drops with over 400 possible hand-drawn traits. These are the second version of Moonimals, and the result of the collision of 3 parallel universes. Squirrel has become the main character and inherited the traits. Here's a squirrel of the other Moonimals. That is very interesting. We've got a lot of squirrels popping up these days. And the drop date for that is February 20th, and it is 40 ADA full.
Okay.
Don't hit the back of his head because he's got
down there yelling.
He's got flea medicine on the back.
He's a little nervous to be on camera.
But he's a star. He loves to be.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, he's very pretty.
Yes.
He's a fine boy.
Just a little break. Just a little news break.
Cats are soothing. Okay. Bitfins
decorations. Yeah.
Get it, Tyler. Talk about the other Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, meet Tyler.
Did you guys hear my boss cat statement? Never mind.
What?
No, I said, no, that's a boss cat about.
Don't say that to my son.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
So Bitfin decorations. So this is the first decor drop for Bitfins in their depths of creation, titled Depths of Creation. And these are dropping today. They started dropping a few hours ago for 20 ADA each, and there's 5,500 NFTs total.
Awesome. Look how pretty. Oh my God. This is the most exciting thing to me, these decorations.
Have you guys messed with the beta Yeah.
just a little bit, not extensively.
Yeah, same here.
I only have one fish.
I wish we had more.
I'm embarrassed to say.
Yeah.
No, the problem, Bitfins dropped at a time when
Well,
we
we were
had no
so
ADA.
poor.
We were
Oh my
strapped.
God. Yeah.
We were strapped for ADA. Oof. It's weird how
We'll be able to
it
get them
really can determine
retroactively.
like what
What
it
you're
looks
in
like.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at it and I was like reading about it, but I just couldn't
Yeah.
cross that boundary.
It is good. I was thinking about it earlier today with all the stuff going on with Dirtbirds because I don't own any of that. It is important to remember, especially the OGs. Like you can't hit everything. You know what I mean? You gotta like run that through your head. Because I was
true.
like, yeah, it's hard.
And it's crazy to think that you have to constantly remind yourself of that. I think it's like you got to have boundaries or else you'll screw yourself completely.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at another drop here. This one's called Demoniacal Deities.
That's right. Ooh, pretty.
Demoniacal. All right, there they are.
Pretty.
Very demoniacal. So this is the second collection drop from the mystical deities. This collection features 666 demoniacal deities. The drop date is tomorrow, February 18th at 1300 UTC.
Super cool. I really like this. It's like a different format, it's like
the cost is 50 ADA a piece.
666 available.
Yeah. Another drop coming up, Toxica.
Yeah, I've been looking into this because
they'll actually be joining us.
She's been in our spaces. Yeah, actually that's not yet confirmed.
Okay, we're trying to get them on the show.
Yeah. And like I actually wasn't totally sure, based on the artwork, I wasn't totally sure what the deal was with this film. Like, was it an animated film or a like live action? But it's actually a live action film, and this is just like accompanying artwork. So I need to
I'm sorry, I gotta pull up the info. There you go.
So Toxica is a full-length feature film that is totally done, but before that is released, there will be a few other surprises. The NFT stuff you're seeing, the art stuff you're seeing is called the Augusta set, which is a collection of 2,500 hand-drawn NFTs that will be part of the first set based on Augusta, who is the lead character in the feature live-action film. Exclusive content like behind the scenes, deleted scenes, outtakes, and alternative art will be only available to people collecting this set.
Looks like some sort of action thriller sort of thing. Seems pretty cool. With heart. All right. Did we?
Oh yeah, sorry. 25 ADA, a full, and that will be Monday, February 21st. At 10 UTC, open mint. Cool.
Coming right up. Okay, Galactico. Oops, Galactico.
Second journey.
Pop this up. Boom. All right, what do we got?
We got Galactico, which is a space galactic themed series of skull characters called Galacticos. As a guide to explore the universe, he/she will take us to all the things. Will take us to all the things that happen in the world. Galactico is a continuous series that has a different title, theme, and story. Am I reading that right? Galactico is a continuous series that has a different title, theme, and story. Each Galactico NFT is a unique one of one. Each NFT has their own type, which is derived according to its rarity, according to their rarity.
Cool.
So 70% of the collection is normal, which it says 60 ADA. 25% are special for 100 ADA, and then Epic 1 NFT. This will be part of an auction starting at 150 ADA on Saturday, February 19th at 6 p.m. UTC in the Galactico Discord. And this NFT includes four versions of one NFT: an animated GIF, a static JPEG, a banner, and a profile pic.
It's cool that we're seeing that
Alright,
more.
Lots of stuff coming.
Interesting.
And those drop details.
Oh yeah. So drop details are also Saturday, Friday the 19th at 5 p.m. UTC.
That's cute.
Okay.
Aw.
So it says 19. Interesting. So it's just 19 NFTs total. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so by
Wow.
70% of the
Which makes
series,
sense
they need like
because
12
Yeah.
or something, right?
Yeah,
That's
that
really
makes
interesting.
sense with the 5%. Right.
that's cool.
That is interesting.
Legit.
I
All right,
love
last
editing stuff.
Last project, but not least, Mini Ninja Heroes.
Aw,
Let's take a look. Also, they rap. So here we go.
talented, multi-talented.
All right, Mini Ninja Hero. Mini Ninja Heroes are releasing their Mini Ninja rap collection. The rap song featuring Big Joe the Don will be airdropped to people who mint the Boombox
That's
Ninjas.
so cool.
They'll also sell the song as an NFT. There'll be an exclusive drop for MNH Mini Ninja Hero. That's fun to say.
M&H,
Mini Ninja Hero. I mean, it really flows. Everyone say it,
Mini Ninja Hero.
Mini Ninja Hero.
right? Maybe I'm crazy.
It's good.
It's got a good mouth feel. Some words have good
Yeah.
mouth
Well, you
feel.
get to express a lot of things.
Mini
with it.
Ninja Hero. It's good. Okay. Anyways, there'll be an exclusive drop for holders. I see. So wait. Oh, okay. So there will be an exclusive drop for Mini Ninja Hero holders at 15 ADA apiece, and they will sell up to 500 at that price, and to the holders of the previous collection. And then it'll open to the public to mint an additional 500 plus any unsold NFTs from the previous 15 ADA drop, and those prices will be 20 ADA each. So the rap is being done by Twitter user Big Joe the Don.
Twitter space star.
Big Joe the Don. The music is by Heavy Metal Crypt. Heavy Metal
T Crip.
Okay. And the vocals are by those two, as well as the Holly Bins.
Holy Bins.
The Holy Bins. I'm getting there. It's been a long string.
I know.
Drop date February 18th. A lot of drops tomorrow. 200 NFTs total, as you've seen, and 17 ADA each. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Well,
We done it.
we done it.
Can I do one more?
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, do the alert.
I just gotta do this.
No, wait. That's
Actually,
supposed to be for
Yeah, now that's got to be for
speculation.
speculation. Yeah, it's too good for that. Yeah, we'll have to find a new one for. We'll have to find a new one.
That
Not
seems
gonna be that.
appropriate. No?
Can't do that for this one.
No, I'm kidding. Obviously, it's very exciting. Everyone is really getting into it.
Trevor just feels compelled to do a callback if he's ever done something.
So this is the last spin. If anyone didn't know, me and Charles Gitnick were putting out our Hold Your Fire series on every 4 guns. Every 4 gun auctions, we
Out of
choose a random
16.
winner.
Spin.
Just out of 4.
Win.
So yeah, these are the people who bought the last 4 auctions.
Ooh, Matea.
Yeah, so I actually do kind of want to, since this is the last one, there are some nice names in here too. Matea from Artano.
Yeah.
Taste, who's been in our community, he got 2 of them. So this is his second try. I'll Buy ETH actually got 3 of them.
Yeah, we've seen that.
He hasn't gotten any of them yet. And then Exorus. I don't know, I'm bad with words.
That seems right.
He's this is his first one.
Yeah.
But interesting. I'm
Definitely.
It's anyone's game. So let's see who wins.
I've been enjoying seeing these names in here and trying to see if I know any or just like
yeah.
Here we go.
Whoa, the Arcano magic.
Congratulations.
From Matea.
Damn, he's gonna flip.
He's gonna flip for
That's
sure.
huge.
That's really sweet.
That's really cool. I'm glad. I mean, I would have been glad with anyone.
Of course. we appreciate everyone who participated in the Hold Your Fire collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean,
Going down in history for the two collab kings of Cardano, Charles.
Sure. honestly, I'm so proud of that. We both are. This is a really cool series.
Damn right. Me
But,
too.
yeah.
All right, sick. Well, we've got another show coming up on Monday. We're gonna have a lot of fun there. Who's coming on Monday? Let's see. This coming Monday, we're going to be enjoy. Oh yes, the Benjamin Club.
Nice.
It will be cash then, I assume.
I would think so.
Did I put that on the calendar?
All it says is Benjamin Club, so I assume that's cash. But it's somebody. We'll be talking to the Benjamin Club on Monday, the 21st, and that's starting at the same time, 2 p.m. Central, which is 8 p.m. UTC.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a coal giveaway, which I'd like to show off from my mom.
Awesome, dude! This is amazing.
So I want to give you the whole picture here. So I'm going to pull up a message from her.
Pop it up.
Yes. I'll send you this. Okay. So it began with an unsig.
As many good stories go.
So this is an unsig. This is the only unsig that Alyssa and I hold. We got this long ago, and we're holding on to it. We like this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that my mom had been doing some art using unsigs. She likes to take Cardano trees and the refresh and do a lot of really cool stuff with them. And so she took this unsig and put it into her creative brain, and out the other side came this lovely piece. And you can
this
see
is one of my favorite
and
things
yet
ever.
It's very different, right?
That's crazy. That's so beautiful.
It's got unsig vibes to it, but
Yeah.
and she decided to give it away today.
Oh my god!
Not tomorrow, on Monday, on the show, which is really cool.
Connor says, "My God, it's beautiful."
My God, it's full of stars.
It's so magical. Like, I mean, that is like my dream with unsigs, is like to see this happen with them, like to see because it's programmable art, right? It's like got such a beautiful technical art and technical side to it, and I want to see that get mixed with humans even more. So this is like dream come true.
Yeah, very cool. So I'm very glad that our little unsig is getting a facelift and a new expression of itself. Totally. And someone's going to take that home on Monday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And of course, many drops this weekend.
And that will be on the Cnft News channel.
That's right. Just that channel. So if you're here on the NFT update channel, that ain't going to work out for very long.
On Monday.
So take a look at the link just below in the description to our other channel.
Like and subscribe to this channel.
Like and subscribe to this channel also. We're also here. We do both. But we have 82 subscribers. We've gained 2 subscribers during today's stream. So
very nice. Good job, y'all.
Appreciate you.
Keep it up.
That brings us to the very end of our show. What a good one. A 3.5-hour show.
We know how to do it.
Here we go.
Let's do the damn thing.
So for the CNFT News Show, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave.
I'm with Spaces.
And we'll see you next time for the CNFT News.
You know it. Mm-hmm. You guys are my best friends.
The C
For Cardano.
quality.